Dempsey's
Oh
boys.
yeah. Oh yeah. We seeing what's happening with these NBA trades, man.
Oh man,
These NBA trades.
I don't even think these are trades. These are giveaways.
Oh yeah, these are business deals.
Yeah,
these are business
deals right
yeah,
here.
these are business deals.
So this the first one from February 1st.
Yeah.
See who's that?
First though, too, like, comment, subscribe. Welcome back, man. We you know what I'm saying? We had to go ahead and fix our problem, but we got it back on the roll.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's probably been a month since we've been on, right?
Yeah.
It's been about a month.
Probably think.
Happy holidays to everybody, man. We, not happy. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to everybody.
You don't like the happy holidays. You don't want to get back into
let's not get back into that, man. It's Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, man. Have a good one. Happy Hanukkah. Happy
whatever else we ain't missed.
For the Muslims, I can't say that word, but you guys know what I mean.
He's supposed to say it, but he lacking right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Oh, Muslim in training. I forgot.
Muslim in training.
Muslim in training.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
damn, same day.
The only reason why I didn't get no coverage like that is because it's Luka. Luka got traded. Who thought Luka was gonna get traded? I mean, at
the same time too, who thought Fox was gonna get traded? But I mean, that whole organization kind of went a little downhill.
The Mavs, Cuban don't own the Mavs no more, right?
I believe he sold
majority of his
portion.
Right? So he doesn't have say.
But it's all a plan too, because it was like a year or so ago, Mavs put out that idea that they wanted to have like renovate their whole facility and have like a casino thing or something like that.
They're moving to Las Vegas.
Yeah, but it's not legal in Texas to have like.
So check this out. You know the new owners of the Mavericks, they got a residency out in.
They own casinos in Vegas, man.
They got I don't know if they own casinos, but I know they got residency out there, and they got money. If they got money to buy a team, they got money. So they probably want to own a casino. So this would be a way to have a team and a casino in one spot.
Yeah, but
a hotel. You know how much money they gonna rake in? All the people, 20,000 people are gonna go there to watch that game, get drunk, and maybe.
Yeah, they're probably hoping to move to Vegas.
Yeah, for sure.
They're probably hoping to just crumble the Dallas franchise and just move it to Vegas.
How about this? How about if they still win it this year? Because they still got a squad.
They do still.
They still got a squad. Kyrie running the team now.
Davis got hurt last night.
Yeah, he fucked up.
He got hurt. He got hurt.
Way.
I don't want to laugh. But it's fucked up.
Oh, they knew he was Mr. Glass.
I don't know, but
how bad was it?
It was a non-contact injury too. You'll have to pull it up real quick. It was a non-contact injury,
we gotta see this.
But he snapped in the first quarter. First quarter, I think he had 14 and like 8 rebounds or something like that. But at halftime, it was 24 points and 13 rebounds.
So do you see his potential? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it was a really good trade if that man can be fucking tough.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, though. A lot of people get so hurt nowadays, man. They need some milk.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. It is those weird that maybe, I don't know. Maybe nowadays too, the trainers take it overly cautious. Maybe back then they pushed it to the players more to push, or maybe they lied about their time frame of coming back then. Maybe they rushed them.
They probably rushed them.
Because nowadays you see the whole taking so much time off.
They cautious because they giving them all that money.
Honestly, they never give basketball players this much money. I mean, like the amount of money they give the players now, Pippen would never see that type of money, and he really, really good player, right? You know, he was a star.
Yeah.
And he never got to get that $100 million contract that they're getting now.
But also another... Oh, yeah, this is that Davis. Go ahead.
The 7 assists for Anthony Davis.
Non-contact. If this is abdominal, he would just
Hold on, replay that again. I was watching the dunk.
He said he just came back from an abdominal injury too, though. So
hey, that's rewind that.
That'll be a little understanding though for a non-contact though.
Anyways, I wanted to. Dinwiddie's got a net.
If it's his abdominal that ends up coming out under the report.
To Davis. Oh no!
What?
Yeah, he might have strained his groin or something.
He had a groin injury right there. Yeah, he grabbed his nuts.
I thought he grabbed like his stomach.
Oh no!
Like his lower stomach.
It could be his lower stomach.
That's what I'm saying. He coming back from an abdominal injury. Ain't that your stomach area? I'm tripping.
Yeah, the abdominal.
Yeah, the abdominal. I'm saying it wrong.
I mean, you're close enough. We all understood what you meant. Yeah, he's Mr. Fragile, man. He's a very good player, but he just got hurt too much, man. If he would have never got hurt as much as he did, I think he would have been to the title a lot more than what he got there. Well, how many times did he make it there? Once?
Yeah, they only won it that 2019. Yeah, but like you said, if he was way more healthy, they would have definitely had more chances.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a big guy that can ball.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He can ball, but he just gets hurt.
Yeah, man. But that Luka trade though, that stuff. I don't know, man. That's fishy work. Maybe too, they ain't want to pay him that money.
Well, yeah, he's about to get paid. I don't think it was that.
He can't get the money that he was going to get at Dallas though.
No, he's not going to get it there.
No, he can't. No, the Lakers can't give it to him.
Why not?
And it's under the trade. Some type of.
Why can't they give it to him?
It's under also some type of. I think it's under the rule book or something like that. You have to pull up we have to look into the CBA rules or something like that. But I think they're saying because he got traded, the Lakers now they don't have to give him that 345,
the max
that the Mavericks were giving him. The only thing they could give it to him for $100 million less. Yeah, that's fucked up.
So what was the motivation for the trade then? If it just screws,
it might
Luka?
It might be because
is it because they didn't want to pay him that money, so they screw him because we're partners.
They didn't want to go in that I forgot what it's called, like that second space of this CBA, like where their luxury tax.
Oh, okay.
So if they would have paid him that 345, they would have broke the second ceiling of that.
So this is where both teams are in cahoots, so they don't have to pay that money. So it was like a deal to where they don't have to pay that tax, and so they trade him to there. They both went. Well, really, the Lakers win in that deal. I don't think
it's also fishy too because they said that they didn't even talk to no one else. It was just a straight direct talk between them two.
Well, it's because those dudes are homies, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, so since they're homies, it's like me and you. Hey, man, you got to trade me that Pokemon card, bro.
Yeah, don't trade to no one else but me.
Don't trade to nobody else but me. And I'm going to give you this, and this. I know you can get more for Luka. I know you can get a lot more for Luka. But I want this.
Yeah,
that's all right, cool. What you gonna give me on the back end? I mean, there was something on the back end there. I guarantee you, off the books, something on the back end, bro. Man, how did they give up? Or was it just that luxury tab? Both teams are in cahoots. Both teams don't want to pay this luxury tab. We're gonna trade them to you. We're gonna give you this because we don't want to pay the luxury tax.
Yeah.
Was it just a money thing, just to not to pay them that money? And so they don't have to pay more luxury tax. They can keep them at a lower rate, still keeping them playing.
Yeah.
And go that route.
It might be something like that.
But check this out though. He's under, who's he under, Nike or Jordan? He's under Jordan, which is a Nike brand, right?
Yeah. Subsidiary. We already looked.
LA is a bigger market for Nike than I would say Houston or Dallas. You know,
well, LA is a bigger market just in general.
In general, so since it's a bigger market. Do you know how many Luka jerseys sold overnight? How many shoes that sold overnight?
Line.
That's what I'm saying. Overnight, the Lakers fans are like, "Yeah, we're gonna win championships." Yeah. Like honestly, that's what they got. They still got LeBron. LeBron can play. Putting LeBron with Luka, dude, I think that's a better combo than what they had with LeBron and Anthony.
LeBron, Luka, and Bronny.
I didn't even. I mean.
Put some respect on Bronny.
I guess they'll check it out. With Bronny playing around a lot of good players like his dad and Luka and other players too, it could make him better.
He gonna get it.
I mean, but
he's
in the league right now because his man right behind you, man. You know what I'm saying?
You've been seeing him hooping lately?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. He can get better. Like Kobe said it. Like you put your all into it. If you're in the gym and not playing Call of Duty, you're gonna get better. Bronny, get off Call of Duty. I guarantee you, get in the gym, you're gonna play better, man.
That man been hooping. He dunking on people.
Put that stay away from what's his clan? FaZe clan.
Put that Cronus down, Bronny. I know you got Cronus on, man. Yes, everybody's got that cheats on, man.
Damn, you got the Cronus.
Oh, yeah. He's got the cheats for sure.
Yeah. You ever used the Cronus?
Nah, I never used Cronus. I never used no cheats. I've never played with no cheats. One of my buddies does, and I'm still better.
That's crazy.
He be throwing down with the cheats sometimes. Like he be having games and really consistent a lot.
He got the lag switch.
No, it's just he's on his computer. He's got walls and aimbot. Mm-hmm. And he puts it, I think, like on 50% or something like that. So it's not 100% locked. So he doesn't get banned all the time.
Damn.
And then on his game, he just recently bought a controller with what is it called? The Cronus Zen. All right, so that's another aimbot thing right there. So yeah, it's everywhere. So if my buddy bought it, I can just imagine how many other people bought it. Like all the streamers.
Yeah.
Ain't no a lot of people are cheating, man. A lot of people are cheating, man.
That's fucked up. What's up with our Darren Fox though going up there with that trade?
Back to the sports. We got sidetracked there. No Call of Duty talk.
Darren Fox got away from the Kings. That means Zach went to the Kings.
Man, that's a trade too.
Look at all those. Look, he got a lot.
Look at all them picks they got, bro.
Well, see, how does the Kings get all of that for?
Bro,
you see what I'm saying?
The business side just doesn't make sense on how they do business, bro. Go back down to real quick.
I think it really boiled down to them two being buddies.
Marcus Morris, and they got Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and 1 first-round pick.
Bro, I swear it was like one.
And Utah Jazz somehow got Jalen Hood and those 2 picks.
Bro, that's a lopsided ass trade, bro.
Bro, it don't make sense. And then go back up. That's crazy. They got it from the Hornets.
Okay, who's younger? Fox, right?
Yeah.
No. Actually, I think they might be the same age.
They came in the same year? Let's pull it up real quick.
Pull up on the side. They might be on the same year. I like to
pull it up on your phone. Yeah, that's fine.
Fox was saying also he's under the Curry brand.
Okay.
Yeah, he was Curry's first athlete he signed. They gonna be chilling, man.
Both of them crybabies.
Fox is 27, Luka's 25.
So Fox got Fox 2 years on him. Damn.
Okay. That's a lopsided trade then, man. Honestly, Luka, they stole Luka, bro. Yeah, that's not even there should be that's got to be some tampering in there, man. That they should not. The league should not have allowed that trade to happen.
No,
they shouldn't have.
I mean, it's also maybe for the views, man.
It's got to be that because look at this, the views have been down so bad.
Go down a little bit. The Bulls got Trey Jones back, okay, from the Spurs. Okay.
I mean, you can't expect much for Levine anymore, man. He still can play, but
I'm also happy for the Bulls that they actually try to pick a direction to go to, though, man. They was always giving people like hopeful thoughts or whatever.
I mean, the players that we were picking up made it seem like that we were gonna be halfway decent, but they just can't play together, man.
No, I'm just saying also like, just the fake reports are saying the Bulls are trying to get this player.
Okay, on the fake reports.
Yeah, just the hopeful thoughts like, oh yeah, maybe we're gonna make a trade since we got Zach LaVine still,
I mean, I think that comes down to a lot of players not wanting to come to the Bulls. They might not want to play with Zach.
I mean, yeah, maybe they don't want to play with Zach, or maybe they just don't want to deal with that franchise because they know the franchise really ain't gonna do much for it.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. Look at the team that we tried to win with Derrick Rose. Couldn't even get him anybody else really.
And that was paying people on their low end of the career.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they didn't even want to help him out at all.
Bucks got Kevin Porter Jr.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. He went to your team, the Bucks.
And they did a straight up trade.
Go up though. They traded your boy Middleton. Go up. Where was that trade? Middleton went to they did Middleton bogus. He went to the
right there.
He went to the Wizards, man. They did him dirt. He just came back from 2 ankle surgeries.
That's why.
He be wishing.
That's why they traded him.
I mean, but he's slowly coming back. They pulled up his percentages. He's still shooting on like I think it was 45, 50,
But is it
80.
worth it that he hits another injury though? Because you're shooting, you're jumping. It's an ankle injury, right? That's what you just said right now. Ankle injury, right?
I mean, yeah.
So is it possible that you're going to be running and jumping a lot till he might injure that again?
I mean, it's a long shot possibility.
I don't think it's a long shot. I think it's a fairly.
I mean, if you're looking at it like that, then any injury you get, it's gonna be
aggravated. Chances are you can aggravate it again. Yeah. So in that sense, he's gonna be like
you're saying he pretty much only got a couple years left then, due to
injuries. Same thing with dude that they got traded and Anthony.
I mean, everybody heals different.
Hold on, how y'all feel about Zion?
He need to get out of there. He need to get out. Like KG and Paul Pierce be saying, he needs some fresh air.
That guy needs to get out of there. Else, bro. He needs some different trainers too.
He low key said in one of his things, he was like, I would love to play back to backs, but because I work for the Pelicans, they don't want me to play back to backs. Yo, the way he said that was crazy.
Man, that's wild.
So he wanted, he want to play. He probably is healthy, but Pelicans probably, what you're saying, maybe they're, because the analytics and statistics, probably not good for him.
Not good for him. Yeah.
That shit.
That Lakers getting a center.
Who the Lakers get?
They got a decent center
Mark Williams.
from the Hornets. LaMelo.
Man, they're making a push for the championship. LeBron's tired of hearing that he sucks.
Revoked. It just got revoked.
How did that get revoked?
And what's it called?
It said in the
AD
physical.
was asking for a center too.
Yeah.
They didn't do it until after they let him go.
Fucked up.
No way.
Yeah, AD said he wanted a center. He's better at the 4, and they shipped him out, and he ended up getting a center. But that trade got revoked though.
Why did that trade get revoked?
It said it was due to the
Health
physical.
issues.
The physical didn't meet the requirements or something like
but
that.
AD did?
I don't know. Apparently.
All right, guys. Who got paid? Who got paid?
Yeah,
Somebody got paid. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
From what I seen, they said that something more was wrong with him than
What they said.
yeah.
AD.
No, the new center.
Okay. So that's what it was then. Because something else was wrong with him. What they said. I bet you they would have disclosed everything. They might have been. They would probably. All right, cool. We want him or we don't. If they would disclosed everything.
Yeah.
But since they lied to him, they're probably like, nah, we can't do it.
That's just got to be shitty for the dude that they traded, like from the Lakers to the Hornets.
Yeah. You talking about Dalton?
Yeah.
Dalton and Cam?
Like, y'all motherfuckers gonna trade me, and I'm out here really hooping, and now I gotta come back.
Well, see, look, that's the thing. That's part of the game, man. It's like when they say when you go to work and you die, you're gonna get replaced the next day. Then the next week, somebody's already taken your spot.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the basketball or any sports for that matter. You know, you're
Yeah.
replaceable. You are replaceable in this
Yeah.
world. You know.
Yeah,
So
that shit's
you're
crazy.
saying like the NBA players should be selfish and basically choose where they want to go and all that.
They
shit?
already kind of like the star players already kind of do. I bet you Luka did have say in that. He says that he didn't, but I bet you he did. Oh hell yeah, I want to go Lakers and play with LeBron. We're gonna win.
Maybe he did.
LeBron's
have
LeBron.
say-
I'm not saying that LeBron can't. LeBron is the shit, bro. He
But
can play.
there was also a sports conspiracy that's saying that's why they actually did that trade like that also without telling Luka supposedly, because owners are trying to take back ownership because recently players have been
Like Kyrie.
the most vocalist.
LeBron,
recently.
Kyrie, they all did
James
it.
Harden,
James Harden,
Ben
oh
Simmons.
yeah, man, all the best players they
Yeah.
did it. All the best
Yeah.
players did it.
Recently, yeah.
Demanding trades, and then I won't play unless you trade me, or I mean, you gotta really think about it like that. If you don't trade this guy, is he gonna give you the best of his ability, or is he gonna wishy-washy down the court and possibly throw games when he
Yeah.
could be making them and missing them on purpose? But he's probably already got it to the point where he's purposely missing, but it looks like it's a real shot.
That's like with Jimmy Butler in Miami.
You know, yeah, exactly. Like so, like you got to get rid of players like that don't want to be there. If a player like Luka goes to management and be like, man, I don't want to be here. We can't win with what we got. I need to go.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me see what I can get for
There's
you.
no way he said that though.
He didn't. All right.
Yeah.
But if it did happen and he did go and tell him that, I mean, if I'm management, what I'm gonna do is I wouldn't do what they did. They gave him away. I would have went to every single team. I would have put him on the trade block. Hey, we got Luka for sale. What y'all offering? Give me what you want, and I'm gonna go through every single one, and I'm gonna get the best offer,
yeah.
bro. And they didn't even give nobody the shot at Luka, bro. I mean, how many teams would have threw one of their best players at Luka or their best player for Luka?
Or they would have thrown damn near 10 first-round picks.
You know, like
Or 5 first-round picks, 5 second-round picks.
2 first round,
10 picks in general.
2 first round, their best player on their team. I mean, I don't see how not.
For Luka,
Luka's probably who would be out of the question for Luka that nobody would trade their player for Luka right now? Because Luka's probably numbers wise, he's probably the best player in the league numbers wise.
You saying like what players are untouchable?
Yeah. That no team would trade even for Luka. Because Luka, like if you go to numbers wise, he's probably got the best numbers in the league the past like 5 years.
It'll probably be like obviously right now.
Right now.
Right now, probably Bron, Giannis.
But LeBron won't get traded because of his age. They
Yeah.
wouldn't make that deal because of his age.
All right, well, Giannis, Joker,
Okay, Giannis, Jokers,
I think Wemby.
Wemby. Yeah,
because
Wemby.
he's so young at this point.
Wemby. You could probably throw Shea in there.
Yeah.
You could probably
think
throw
he's that good?
You get right now this year, yeah.
Okay.
This year and last year, he showed high potential. Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to think of all the teams right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys can't really think
Yeah.
of it, I mean,
That's
it.
what I'm
That's
saying.
it.
Then yeah,
So everybody else is on the books.
They'd let Tatum go.
they probably wouldn't, but I'll throw
I don't
Tatum
know.
House out there.
Honestly,
That's what I'm saying.
I
I'm
think
saying people that I wouldn't trade.
keeping the rest of their team and letting Tatum go. I think they might.
I might keep Ja. Yeah, I might keep Ja.
Being biased right
That might be
You
being
gotta
biased.
go numbers wise. You gotta put Luka's got the best numbers. He just don't have the
Ja
team.
came back. Memphis 3rd place this year.
Okay. What I mean is
Ja came back. Memphis 3rd place.
It's not a team sport. It's not a team sport. What I mean by is the selfish right now, because Luka's got the best numbers by himself. He's got, if you pull up his stats, he's got better numbers than anybody in the league. Consistently. Like every year, his points are high, all his things are high, all his accolades are high. That's what I mean by it. So I think he's a good all around player for any team, really. That's why I think those 4 players that you guys said would be the only players in the league that would be off question. So why wouldn't they shop him around considering that?
Yeah, I mean,
that doesn't make sense.
Inside deal,
because there's like literally 28 other teams that you could have shopped them around to and got a lot from.
Or maybe, I mean, it has to be something, man. Maybe they didn't want those other players because it goes back to they don't want to pay the money. Maybe they're trying to drought the money out of there or something.
They low-key fucked his money up because now he going to LA and they taxes high.
Well, see, look, so
it's
that
9%. They more than
no,
that.
they get taxed like 50% up there, something like that. They get taxed high.
Yeah.
In Dallas, there ain't no tax over there.
Yeah, no, it's big difference. It's a big difference. In Cali, I think for people that make that much, I think it is a 50% mark. It's
50? I thought someone said 9 or 19%.
No, that's too low. That's too low. Look, we can pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see.
50% is crazy.
You gotta be making double over there.
What is the tax rate in California?
Yo, what the fuck?
No. What would that be? What tax rate would that be?
Well, I sent you that thing on why he got the 3 on his back now, because it marked the 2-year anniversary. His dad died or something like that. So he just wanted to, I guess, honor him.
So how did the 3 represent the 2-year though?
I don't know. I guess that's just why he wanted to like make the move. It's because like his dad.
I did see that game. Yeah, was the but it still don't. It's not making sense to me on the back end. I think also maybe too he probably did want to do it with the Heat last year when his dad passed, and they probably didn't want to because jersey sales.
So
you already got the jersey made.
12.3%. For some reason, I thought it was more than that.
I thought someone said it was like 9 to 19 or something like that.
I guess so.
Ain't no way.
That's what I don't get.
Wait, what's our tax thing?
Ingram to the Pelicans.
Brandon Ingram finally got out of New Orleans too.
I said to the Pelicans, Raptors.
Yeah.
All right, so California has the jock tax rate at 13.3%. So that's what they pay. They pay more than the regular people because they're athletes. So you know what it is? I think it's the business tax that pays more than that, and not the personal income tax. They have a flat income rate at 4.95%, and a corporate at 9.5%. For some reason, I thought that it was higher than that.
I thought that shit was like.
So where did they get the taxing the billionaires at the 40 and the 50 and the 60%? Where did they get all that shit from? I think there's got to be a different tax bracket after you make certain amount of money.
No, it
has to be that.
No, yeah, there is different tax brackets. Been talking about this MVP though, the other stuff that's rigged, man.
What?
I don't know how they ain't give it to Jackson, man. That shit crazy.
Because he sucks.
Oh,
That's
don't
crazy.
start. Don't start. He clip farming. He's clip farming.
Man, he sucks. He can't even get past Mahomes, man.
Oh, man.
Motherfucking.
Allen can't get past Mahomes either.
NFL just cheating for Mahomes, man. They do. They gotta give KC that $500 million back somehow, some way. 10 years, $500 million.
That's $50 million a year.
They gotta get that money back.
Yeah, Lamar's stats, they all better other than
It's
rushing
by
touchdowns.
far. He's not in it, bro. And why would he lead in rushing touchdowns
Okay, yeah.
when
So
you
look,
got
I was
Derrick
right.
Henry?
So look, if you make in California, if you make $100 million a year, they take 52%.
Damn. So that's the different tax bracket.
That's a different tax bracket. So these guys, if he makes $50 million a year, they're gonna take half of it. Because I'm pretty sure he falls into that same tax bracket.
And he got to pay his lawyers.
And all that, everything, you know.
So he really only
he gets.
So Bron getting really. So if Bron signed the 2 years, $100 million, he really getting
$50 million. But where LeBron makes money is because he's got all the endorsement deals. He's got he's a $1 billion brand.
No,
you know,
that's what I'm saying. Because a couple years ago they were saying, why would they give LeBron 2 years, $100 million?
Yeah,
because it's really not $100 million. It's $50 million.
It's $50 million. So they're really giving them the $100 million, but through the 2 years, $50 million a year because they're taking half of it.
He a billionaire just off Nike.
Oh yeah, and he's going to be a multi-billion-dollar brand, bro.
Well, it's $25 million a year.
$25 million a year. Yeah. Well, no,
you just said
he gets taxed 50%. Okay, so then
right. So if he was making $50 million a year, he's getting $25 million that year.
But he got what was his contract?
It was 2 years, $100 million.
2 years, $100 million.
Yeah, so $50 million a year.
So it's
really $25
million a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's why it was
something like that.
That's why it was so high because they were trying to give him more money because of the tax.
Yeah. I'm assuming, he probably incorporated that. If you want me here, you got to pay me out the world because you got to make it worth it for me to live in LA.
Because
it's expensive. It's
so
tax,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I think that tax is everywhere. Once you get to a certain amount of money, they tax you through the roof. That's why all the
but they're saying a lot of people like to go to Texas because there's no tax like that.
Well, see, once you get to that tax bracket, I think you still get taxed. So there's no tax for like us regular people like that. You go down to Florida, there's no federal income tax in Florida.
Yeah,
so
that's why people like to go to Miami.
Yeah, but once you start making a certain level of money,
no matter what,
I think you have to pay taxes no matter what. I'm assuming, especially in the corporate business world. I'm not talking about the personal income level.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they apply that to athletes either. Because they start making a certain amount. I think once you start making a certain amount of money, they tax you no matter what.
We're getting some of that cut anyways.
I don't know. Once you play in like a different city too or state, they charge you their tax.
Yeah.
So like, motherfuckers be getting paid LA tax for a game, New York tax for a game.
Well, that's how that works though too.
You're
because
saying
they
when
play
you're in that area,
yeah.
That's fucked up.
Well, look at it like this, because for
up.
my business, if I send something to California, I would have to pay California tax because my item was technically sold in California. Even though the online happened here in Illinois, the sale happened in California because that person clicked on my computer site from California, ordered it, and I sent it to him. So I would have to pay a California tax, any state. So this is why my aunt told me, she said that I can't ship to any other states because she doesn't do that tax code. She only does here for Illinois. So that would be more work for her to do, which means she would probably have to charge me more money if she wanted me to do that.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. I ain't doing that.
Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but still fucked up.
Yeah, no, it's they got to figure out a certain. But I don't think they could figure it out because each state governs themselves. Each state has to use their own taxes for their own state. Illinois, I don't think they send money to California. You get what I'm saying? The federal government has to take care of California when California needs money.
There's got to be some type of loophole with that.
Yeah, you sell it and don't claim taxes. don't have that account linked to no like online sales or nothing. You know, have them send you that money like third party or something. It'll be like there is a loophole way to do it, but it's just
more work.
It's just complicated. It's just not worth it. So what I did was I just cut off all sales to out of state. Only people that can order from here is people in Illinois. So just made it easier for me.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up because on my website, I got people from all over the country
trying to get at you.
They look up the thing, they send me a question, and I can't sell them shit. Well, I can, but I wouldn't be able to pay taxes on it. I mean, I can pay taxes on it, but I would have to file taxes over there, get a hold of an accountant over there, or
be more work.
Just too much work. It's just not worth it for me at this point. I can see if I was making a few $100,000 a year, $1 million a year doing this, then it'd be more worth it.
I get you.
All right, let's move on to this next one.
Yeah, but like I was saying, why would he lead in rushing when you got Derrick Henry? So it's like,
honestly, they just robbed him. But why did they rob him? How
They
many?
probably felt sorry for
How
him.
many white people were on this damn panel?
I don't know. Man. I do want to see the voting list, man. I do want to see the voting list.
Yeah, if you see the voting list and you can see their demographic on where they're leaning at, I think that might have had some bias.
Can you try to pull up the voting list real quick? But yeah, a lot of people were trying to say that Allen was literally better because he had more rushing touchdowns, which doesn't make no sense. I got Derrick Henry here.
How many rushing touchdowns did Allen have?
It said 12 to Lamar's 4.
And then how many passing touchdowns did?
It said 28.
Okay, so
and then 41. And Lamar had 41.
But was that Lamar's 41 total with rushing and?
No, because it says Josh Allen 28 passing and 12 rushing.
Okay, so he had 44 rushing touchdowns total, or he had 45 total touchdowns, and then the other guy had 40 total touchdowns, 500 rushing yards, 6 interceptions. I mean, you can argue both of those, but statistically wise, I would lean towards Jackson. But I guess you can argue both of those because they're both close. When you add them both together, they're only a 5 touchdown difference. Their QB rating's the same. Now we have to go down to the impact on their team in general. What changes if you take Lamar Jackson off? Do they contend? If you put a sorry quarterback in there, do they contend? If you take Josh Allen off, do they contend? I don't think that they contend without Josh Allen's 12 touchdowns. That might be the difference maker where he's talking about. So that I'm just...
You saying without Josh
Allen's 12 rush, because that might have made a difference between them winning some certain games.
I don't know about that.
Well, no, I'm just trying to make a point. I'm just trying to make a point for why he could see that. In my eyes, I would say
you don't pull up the list.
I would pull up Jack. I would say Jackson.
It's all good.
I would say Jackson wins it because of he still had 4 rushing touchdowns. He had 900 rushing yards. He had 4,100 passing yards with 41 passing touchdowns. I would say he should win it in that alone. How good is the Ravens team without Lamar?
I don't think nowhere near that.
Obviously that, but do they have a chance for the playoffs? Say if you put...
You're going to have to run the hell out of Henry, but I still don't think it works out because it didn't work out in Tennessee.
Okay. But Tennessee didn't have a quarterback, though.
But that's what we're saying. If we put a mediocre quarterback in Baltimore, is it going to work out? That's the whole argument.
Okay, so check this out. If you put Russell Wilson there, does it work out? I think it has a chance.
No.
No? You don't think so? I mean, Russell Wilson did really good with the Steelers this year, bro.
He would not have Lamar stats.
He won't have Lamar stats.
He probably wouldn't even be close to Allen's.
Is it possible that they make it to the playoffs still with Russell Wilson, considering that Russell Wilson made it to the playoffs with the Steelers?
Depending on their play style, if we're depending on Russell's pass and mobility, no. If we're just depending on Russell's veteranship and handing off to Henry, a slim chance, but I don't think you make it far at all.
So that's what I'm saying. They might make it and get knocked out, but they still might make it. Okay, so now if you put Russell Wilson in place for Josh Allen, does that team make it to the playoffs? This is what I'm trying. No, it's clear no.
No, it'll probably be the same. It'll be the same. You'll probably get there, get knocked out.
You first said no.
I had to think about it.
Okay. So I think you would have to look at the teams player for player and see which one's going to be statistically better that way. And I think that the Ravens might hold the edge player wise. I think maybe that's where dude's looking at it wise. If you take him off and you take them off and you put a player like Russell Wilson in both of those categories, does that team still make it to the playoffs? He's most likely going to be able to take the Ravens to the playoffs. I don't know. I think that's where he was getting that. I still personally think that Jackson should have won it, considering that dude didn't even win the All-Pro like you said.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude should have won it. Jackson should have won it just based off the stats, and he's killing it, man. He's killing it.
Is the first MVP to win it without even winning the All-Pro.
That's why I'm just trying to make an argument for why he could have made it. I'm thinking that in 12 rushing touchdowns, were they against in key times in key games where they made a difference in the game where they won it because of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe if it were to be the case, then I think maybe that's why they gave him the edge. They might have broke it down stat by stat, game by game. Well, rewatch. I don't know if they rewatched it, but they watched all the games. I didn't watch all games, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just going off of what my perspective on why they could possibly give it to him over Lamar. But I'm just going to say Lamar should have got it just off stats wise. Because in the video game, I always got it off stat wise.
What'd that guy say about it?
Voted for Josh MVP.
Yeah.
Okay, so then explain it to me.
Because I
how
think
did
Josh
you
was
differentiate those things?
the value that the player brought to their football team. Lamar's season was absolutely sensational. He was probably the best player in football this year. But value and how much you impact your team, who you do it with and who you do it against, that's where I thought Josh Allen had the upper hand.
And you voted for Josh MVP.
I feel like he contradicted himself with that, with him saying it like that.
What do you mean?
Because he said Lamar Jackson was by far the most valuable player, but Josh Allen was more valuable to your team.
I think he said that's what I was saying. So he was
the most valuable.
So
player.
he was the best player in the league, right? In the league, Lamar Jackson was the best player in the league stats wise. But to his team,
So you got to change the whole narrative of MVP.
so it's
if
the, it's the
if
most
you're-
valuable player is the most valuable player to the team.
You got to change the whole thing then.
So I think they should change it. They should change it, and they should just say the most valuable player in the entire league. Who has the best stats wise? They should literally do that.
I
Then.
thought that's how it's always been with every sport.
It's like that in the game. In the video game, whenever I killed in stats, I was always the MVP. So I thought it was like that too.
It's like that in Madden.
It's like that in Madden, man. So I mean, in this wise, I can understand why they can say that. Like he was the most valuable player to that team. Like
I feel like right now this is when the NBA gave the MVP to Steve Nash instead of Shaq that 1 year.
yeah.
This is how it feels right now.
He might have been the most valuable. I mean, without Nash on that team, they might not have even.
But
You'd
Shaq
get close.
by far dominated that year.
Of course, he did. But without Nash on that team doesn't even make it to the playoffs that year. Because Nash was the man. I don't know if you remember, throwing stuff behind his back, over his head. We never really seen plays like that. This was some French guy throwing under his legs and doing all this stuff.
Is he French?
I don't know what. I was just so. I think.
Or is he
Probably like
Canadian?
Look it up real quick. Yeah, I don't know what he is. I just said French. He's a French man. I know he's got to be French. He looks like a Frenchie. Oui.
He might be Canadian.
French Canadian.
Maybe French Canadian. That's crazy. No, I hear you though. I hear you, but at the same time, then you got to change the whole
I agree with you.
criteria
I agree
of
with
how
you.
you guys vote for it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they should say it, the most valuable player to the team. That should be the criteria, or it should be the most valuable player stats wise, like who just blew everybody out the water.
Or you guys just make some more money for you guys and make another trophy thing.
Well, yeah, that too. But I mean, so look at it like this.
It could be MVP and then
touchdown wise,
MVPT.
yards wise, when you pull it up, they weren't too far apart. They were kind of close. Besides the rushing yards was 400 yards apart, but dude had 12 more touchdowns on the rushing end. So they were, if you can kind of even them out.
Yeah, he had him like probably 400 or 500 on the passing though.
Yeah, he had him 400 or 500 on the passing end, and then he still had like 12 more passing touchdowns than him. But when you add them all together, instead of him passing it, he ran them in. So when you add them up together, dude had 45 and dude had 40. So that's not too much of a difference. And now what we're talking about now is an impact to the team. What he was saying. So I understand what he's saying. If you take them both off and you put a different quarterback that's the same quarterback on each team, how far do they go? I think that's where he was basing that off of, because the Ravens got a really good team. And I think the Ravens got a little bit better team than the Buffalo. I think so. Personally, I think so. I could be wrong there. I could be wrong.
Steve Nash is British and Canadian.
I knew it was Canadian.
British and Canadian.
Born in South Africa.
Damn.
That was a super left turn right there. I know he likes soccer, but now I understand. Now I really knew why he likes soccer.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I didn't.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was born in South Africa.
I did not know that part. No.
What we got up next?
It's about your boy.
Dennis.
Larry
Hey.
Bird.
Larry Bird. What's he saying? What he saying about Larry Bird?
I ain't even showed my jersey today, but I got a Dennis Rodman jersey on.
Gee, let's go.
That's funny as hell. He just pulled
I
up
like
that
that.
fucking
I like
thing.
that. Dennis
That's
Rodman. Let's go.
funny as hell.
He was part of the three-peat. He was part of the three-peat.
One-on-one from the 3-point line, Larry Bird could beat LeBron James. Do you agree or disagree?
Charlie, what? Okay, I'll put it this way. If Larry Bird played in this era, I think he'd be in Europe. I'm not downplaying him because he's a great player at that time, just like I was. Today's world, oh, hell no.
One-on-one from the 3-point.
Wait, so he's saying Bird wasn't shit?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's what he's saying.
So how you feel about that?
I mean,
that's your boy
what I'm
saying
saying
about
is-
your other boy. Dang.
what I'm okay, I can.
So you don't want to get in the middle of it right now.
No. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
You
I'm gonna get in
choose
the middle.
side right now? You gonna choose the side, or are you
How
gonna
many?
defend?
I'm gonna defend Bird on this one. How many other players are saying that about Bird? What he just said. He's a great defensive player. Bird never. Maybe he never played against a defensive player like Rodman. Maybe that's where he's coming from. Bird never had to play against me, so he don't know. You know
Wait,
what I'm
what are
saying?
you trying to say?
Well, because this guy Dennis Rodman is a great defensive player. You know,
so he thinks
maybe
Bird really wasn't nothing.
Yeah,
because he was locking him up.
I guess something like that, you know. But I mean, I don't know, bro. I can't see it. The video footage shows it all. You couldn't stop Larry Bird in his prime. He was unstoppable.
What do you guys
They
think?
couldn't stop him though. He's saying like put him in today's time.
That's what I'm saying. There's no defense now. It's gonna be even worse. Larry Bird is gonna fucking just shit on them, bro. With them not even defending no more, Larry Bird will walk the court. I'm honestly I can't believe what Dennis Rodman just said.
He's mad.
I'm honestly upset what he said because he should know that there's no defense in this league.
Yeah.
So how would he? Larry Bird's a three-point shooter. LeBron is not a three-point shooter. Maybe he is more now because he had to learn how to shoot better. But at first he wasn't. Larry Bird was shooting threes. You know, like once they incorporated that three-point line, he's shooting threes.
Yeah.
He's capping right now. I think this is straight cap right now. Dennis Rodman is straight cap. There's no defense in this.
Stop the cap.
Yeah. The only reason why right now is because there's no defense in this league. Teams are getting 130 points, 120 points every game.
Yeah, all the rules that changed.
Okay, so considering that, Larry Bird is going to have a field game. You can't touch this man. Larry Bird is just going to dancing around. He's going to be like Steph Curry, dancing around, and probably win three, 4 titles like Steph Curry too because of that. I'm just being honest.
You left-handed?
Yeah, I'm left. That's why I suck at basketball.
That's good. They be saying otherwise.
Oh no, you supposed to defend your left hand.
Yeah.
Nah, we all left-handed.
Yeah, we all left-handed.
All y'all left-handed?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Even the sisters?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So your mom's left-handed or your dad?
Nah, they both right.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's just an anomaly somewhere down the genes, maybe through my grandpa's side or something, or my grandma's side.
What was your guys' grandparents?
My grandpa was he was white. His descendants come from
I'm saying like you guys
Irish
remember. No, I'm saying you guys remember what dominant hand they were.
righties.
Yeah, it was righties too. Dang. So this is like
Terry's left-handed.
Terry's multi.
No,
Terry,
but it will go.
Terry can use both hands
but
to
it
throw,
goes.
but he writes with his
it goes
his
back
right.
further with your grandparents, so it has to go.
It has
like,
to go back somewhere farther than that.
like their
yeah.
parents.
Yeah,
That's
so
deep.
it's either going to be on my grandma's side or it's going to be on my grandpa's side, somewhere where they were left-handed. I would
Dang.
assume because for us to all come out left-handed, it
Yeah.
has to be somewhere there.
That's crazy.
Or maybe it was just by chance, by gene, by the luck of the sperm draw.
Yeah,
You know?
maybe that too.
It could be that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's some scientific stuff right there.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
left-handed too.
Yeah.
No shit.
But that's because of you though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire though.
I wanted my kids to be lefties at first. We're anomalies.
Yeah.
Mostly everybody in the world are
Yeah,
righties.
I definitely want my kids to be
seen
ambidextrous.
some- they
Yeah,
said-
that'd be dope.
they
You
said
can teach
that-
that. You can teach
Yeah.
that.
Left-handed people, there's like the devil or some shit. Like we not supposed to be with all the righties and all that.
Yeah, no, they're the real
Yeah, that's
monsters.
wild.
They're the real monsters calling me a devil.
Yeah, it's crazy. My dad, when he was younger, he had like some type
Point
of
line,
injury
Larry
where
Bird
he
could
had
be-
to teach himself to use his other hand.
Ah.
Just so happened I was the same way when I was younger.
You hurt your arm?
Seventh grade, I broke
broke
my
your hand?
I broke my
Yeah.
right wrist. That whole year, remember I had to use my left hand. I was even writing with my left hand.
Oh shit! Do
Yeah.
you still do it now?
Not
Or you
so
went back to
often,
your
but
right?
I went back to my right. But like I could still do a little bit with my left
Okay.
though. Yeah,
Like I can chicken scratch with my right,
Yeah.
but there's like you can. The reason why is because there's more muscle memory in your left hand,
Yeah.
and there's less muscle memory in your right hand. So as soon as you start using your right hand more, you'll gain that muscle memory. Muscle memory
Yeah.
is just your mind working to remember how it does it, what to do is it, like
Yeah.
what to do it and stuff like that.
That's why now, ever since that, sometimes I just always try to use my left more now. So just low key for the future. Hopefully, my kids be ambidextrous.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that.
That'd be fire.
Angelo, he used both hands.
Yeah,
No
Angelo
shit.
used both hands.
Oh, that's dope. Shout out to Angelo on
He
that
writes with his left, but everything else he's dominant with his right.
That's how Terry is. So Terry writes with his right, but he throws a football or baseball with his left, or vice versa. It's something like that.
That's crazy. Same with
Yeah.
Bron. Bron, he
shit.
writes left-handed, but he shoots right.
Yeah.
He's an alien.
Yeah, I think actually Kyrie does that also.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty tough. That's a skill right there. Definitely a skill.
That's wild.
All right, this one's about service dogs. Just basically like how intelligent.
Well, hold on
yeah.
before we go on to that. I think a lot of people get they overuse the service dog things.
What do you mean they overuse them?
Now I don't know how to put it into words right now. We're like, people say there's a service dog,
But it's not.
but it's not really a service dog. I wish they could actually get a proper service dog. If that works for them, that works for them. But you know what I'm trying to say though?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like it says not. It say they're saying that it's a service dog, but it's really not. It's just really the regular dog.
Yeah.
It doesn't have service dog training.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it doesn't listen to every commands.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
do that. Like the
Yeah.
protecting.
They just want that dog with them.
They just want that dog with them. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an emotional support
Emotional
dog.
support dog. Yeah.
It's not really a
I
service
agree
dog.
with that. So they shouldn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I watched this motherfucker was smart.
No, I just need some glasses.
The dog smells like the high heart rate on the lady,
Oh, that's fire.
and then she looks over at the dad for help, and like sees that he's busy, so he starts performing what was that saying? Light something. First alert for me to sit down, telling the lady to sit down,
Chill out.
Oh.
and then sniffs again, double checking because I don't respond to her. Perform second alert before responding with light pressure therapy. Let's say, normally when she alerts to my high heart rate, I sit down and she performs deep pressure therapy. She's using her eyes to tell me to find a seat.
That's crazy.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
And say, but there's no seats nearby, so I chose to stand instead of sitting on the dirty floor. She's basically saying, and she's not gonna sit on the dirty floor unless it's like a serious emergency.
Right.
And then she says, I reward with physical praise to let her know I'm okay and grateful for her work.
That is crazy.
Yeah, that's
That's some
honestly
amazing stuff right
that's why
there.
they tell you that dogs are man's best friends. Like man and woman, that's what they mean by man. Because I mean,
it's man and then woman. I get
yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah. So that's why they're such great companions, man. Because they can do things like that. Cats can't do that. There's no other animal. I don't think that there's another animal on the planet that interacts with us like dogs do.
That's crazy. They could do.
You know,
that.
so
imagine the training.
It's because they sense us, they feel us, they have emotions like us. They're almost. I'm not saying that they're humans, but they're their own, like, I don't know, like emotional, intelligent being of their own, bro. It's weird.
They just connect to us.
Yeah, dude. Cats are not like that. Tigers are gonna try to eat us. Lions are gonna try to eat us. I don't think that there's any other animal that connects to us the way dogs do. If there is, I mean, somebody
I think
put it in the
I
chat.
think elephants do.
This is a long reach.
The elephants do? Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of off topic, long reach. But where's dogs' descendants from?
Maybe wolves.
Maybe so.
Maybe
yeah.
wolves.
I think so. Then yeah.
Or maybe like you see how there's different types of dogs. You see how there's pit bulls and Rottweilers.
So that's wolves.
So maybe
mating
there's
with-
multiple different species of dogs. You see how there's multiple different species of us.
Yeah.
Like there's Mexicans, blacks,
You're
whites,
saying like
Asians.
back then.
Yeah, in general, even now, like there's still the original dogs of what were the first ones, like the original wolf species that bred with other wolf species that made these type of dogs, or maybe there was some type of dog like this back in the day that bred with some. Do you get what I'm saying?
Kind of went the
Because look, there's
because wolves make sense because of huskies.
yeah. Okay, so what I mean is
Because a husky looks
there's other dogs like say coyotes, right?
Yeah.
That's not a there's how can I say there's other animals. I'm using us as look. There's Asians, there's black people, there's white people, there's Mexican people, and we're all different, right?
Yeah. Like the Egyptian dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
them-
since
them
we're all
hairless
since
Egyptian
we're all
dogs.
different, maybe they're the same way. But see, look, I just named blacks, whites, Asian, and Mexican, right? Just say those 4 right there. So you say there's 4 different type of main dog breeds. Now, once those dogs start breeding with each other, like us people do, different people start coming out, different colors start coming out, different gene expressions start coming out, and maybe that's what happened down the line with dogs, because how they breed dogs, they start breeding little dogs together and they make them smaller and smaller and smaller.
That's what someone was saying sometimes, where they were saying like, really, all dogs are really mutts.
Yeah, you know,
There's really no full breed dog.
the same thing with people. And the only way that you get full bred people is say if you're in a tribe and you're marrying your cousin,
Yeah.
and down the line, I mean, you have to outmarry. You have to marry a cousin from a different tribe or a person from a different tribe, because you're going to be family. And pretty soon you see those people down in the hills, they become retarded.
Yeah.
You know, so
That's crazy. Yeah. Imagine the training they do for that type of
excuse
stuff,
my
man.
language if retarded is not a proper terminology, but I mean, I'm sorry, man.
That was a proper term to everybody got saw.
Yeah, I remember the song. Let's get retarded.
I was telling
And they had to change it.
yeah.
They had to change it to "Let's get it started."
Yeah.
Let's get it
Oh,
started.
I was telling
shit.
Bobby about that. He never knew about that.
Yeah.
Yo, I forgot about that. Yo, that was just like a memory.
It was the Black
unlock.
Eyed Peas.
Yeah, that was just a memory unlock right now. Damn, I did.
Yeah.
They had to change the fucking lyric. Yo, that's crazy.
Couldn't get no radio play.
Yo, that's
What we got? What we got
crazy.
next? What we got next?
Them,
Shares a
California
home.
fires.
Oh yeah,
Oh man,
they got to make way for the high speed rails for the
Oh.
trains.
They got to make way for that 2028 Olympics.
That too, along with the high speed rails that
that-
China got.
That's
So,
going to LA.
Everybody has been saying, why does China have high speed rails and America doesn't yet? How can they travel at 80 to 100 miles per hour on the rail system from one place to another, but we can't do that yet? They got bullet trains, but we don't. California is going to be the first place of the bullet train.
I think it's also just U.S. just wants to keep us down, so we just pay more. I don't know the financial stuff over there, but I just feel like
Well, China's a dictatorship. What they say rules. China runs their government how they want to do it. But the people say it's fine for them, I guess. But they can't really speak against the government there.
okay,
That's the
then.
one
So
thing.
I don't
So
even
it's
wanna go
it's
into
okay
too
for
much.
them living, but they can't really speak against the government too much.
Yeah, I get you. It
Yeah.
just seems over there the government fund more.
It looks like that way because they had nothing else to spend their money on. They built big mega cities and all this stuff. And if you go look at their homeless and how their older people live, I say our older people live a lot better than their older people. Because I was watching
I don't see much of that.
some of how their older people were living, and they're living in box coffins, man. Like literally in rooms that are like the size of this couch right here, and it's like small, man. Like they
Oh,
can't
yeah,
they
like
can't
them
stand
little
up.
pods.
Yeah, like they're literally pods, bro. They're called death coffins or like room coffins or something like that. They're
Damn.
literally like a coffin room.
You can rent those out in Japan.
You see what I'm
Damn.
saying? Yeah, well, China's got a lot of them though. China's got a lot of them, and a lot of their homeless people. That's where they live. So they don't really have like a big homeless problem, I guess, like we have.
Mhm.
But that's where their homeless go. They shuffle them in little fucking pods. You know, so is that good or
Well,
bad?
that's probably bad, but that
Yeah.
makes a little sense on why there's so much people then in
Yeah.
a way, because
They got 1 billion people there in China,
yeah,
and they're all piled on top of each other.
and yeah, that's why those videos were like, those are like, you guys don't ever see those videos where like someone's like, oh, I think I'm on the main floor, like on the, but then he looks down on the
He's all the way.
yo, the
yeah.
main floor is not even 10 floors down or
Yeah.
something like that.
Should
That's
be looking crazy.
Yeah,
that
there's a
makes
lot of
no
that out
sense
there.
because like on some of those videos when they're like on the 10th floor, there's freaking cars driving around.
Yeah. But that's just how they got it, man.
Yo, that makes no sense though.
Yeah.
I was looking at that video. Not Japan, China. That shit looks nice.
Like, how's a car driving up so high still? And he's
No,
not
it is
on the
nice.
main
It's nice
floor?
in China. Like in their mega cities and all their big cities. Yeah, it's nice. It's not that it's a bad place to live. It's a good place. A lot of places they're nice areas. It's just how their government runs. I mean, our government ain't too much better, but at least we're not a full blown dictatorship here like they are there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk bad about our government and they can't really do that as much over there without getting killed. Well, now they signed the law here and it's legal here if you talk bad about them and if you're saying too much truth, they can kill you.
Oh yeah,
They can kill you. That's a law here now. Joe Biden, Mr. Joe Biden passed that shit.
Fuck Joe.
Yeah, hey man, it is what it is.
But yeah, basically with this house, the architect, he's an architect, and he made his house out of like
That looks like a girl.
No, she's just talking. To her.
Oh, okay.
And he made his house out of material that doesn't burn, so his house never burned down.
No shit.
He's got a retaining wall around the house so that nothing can get burned. He don't have no like.
So the fire wouldn't go his way.
Yeah.
But what's up with the stuff they canceled out a while ago? Didn't they cancel out a building material?
Hemp?
Yeah. So that's like a form of hemp in a way?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
They don't want him to be mainstream to build with because it's so fucking great for everything.
Yeah, for fires maybe.
Yeah.
Too,
It'll revolutionize the concrete industry, bro.
yeah.
It's harder than concrete. It lasts longer than traditional concrete. And they still don't want to do it. You can build houses with hemp. You can literally do everything with hemp. It grows every fucking 2 to 3 months in hectares. You can literally get acres and acres and acres as far as I can see and just grow. It's a process to make this. This is why they don't want it to be.
Well, we need to look into his materials.
It's probably built out a bunch of stuff like that.
We need to
home
look
in the
into
Pacific
that. I need that.
Palisades was not shaken at all. All the destruction of the homes in the neighborhood, and this last single home was left standing
house
because
right
of
next
a
to it burned
passive
down.
house structure. There's a lot to this story.
crazy.
Very interesting story. Let's talk about it. So this is Chasing Greg. This is him talking from his account, and he lives in an iLive home. And he is one of the executive directors at MGM. So although they've owned this lot that the home was on since like 97, they just moved into the home 6 months ago. Now, there's so many idiosyncrasies about this home that made it not burn down that I'm going to get into, but let's read some of the things that he said. He said, no words really, just a horror show. Some of the design choices we made here helped, but we were also very lucky. So let's speak about some of those design choices. So I'm going to read directly from an article about this situation from mansionglobal.com. And they spoke about these passive houses and how its new developments are to make energy efficient homes that don't have a lot of structures that embers can catch on to. Let us read. That's because the key element of a passive house construction is to protect the envelope, which is coupled with an efficient air ventilation system known as HRV, heat recovery ventilation, to reduce the home's exposure to the elements. So it's not nothing to burn, thus minimalizing its energy footprint, said Ken Leviston, the executive director of the Brooklyn Passive House Network. So this is a new innovative structure that this is some of the things that only rich people would even know we can even get. And so, people like Paris Hilton, people like Janae Aiko, yes, they might be rich, although not the same level of rich. This is something, executive director at MGM, this is something for the rich that are just building their homes. Let me continue to read. The sealed environment ends up providing protection from outdoor elements.
I'm trying to go ahead.
I don't think it's just for the rich. I'm pretty sure you can get these things made at an economical. She just probably never looked it up. So it sounds like she was just assuming that it was for the rich because this guy is fucking rich.
Yeah. But I'm trying to comprehend it. So it's basically saying like the ventilation system, it's a different ventilation system basically. So it's basically saying it's kicking most of that heat out instead of keeping the heat in.
Something like that.
That's why the house isn't catching on fire.
Everything about the house was made to be fire resistant. That's what I'm taking from it.
Including noise, pollution, smoke, and extreme cases, fire. The insulation coupled with air tightness really protects the structure from boiling. Isn't that interesting? Science is so cool.
Okay, yeah, pause it real quick. Yeah, so since it's an airtight structure, there's no air leaks. Oxygen is what fuels the fire. So it say the fire wouldn't be able to live there because there's no oxygen recirculating through there. I'm assuming that's probably what it is.
Because they're kicking the oxygen out to the ventilation system.
Yeah.
So I want you
That's
to get
wild.
a closer look at this home compared to other homes. It's a simple home. It's a beautiful home. Still considered a mansion to most people. And it's in the Pacific Palisades, surrounded by mansions. But look at that. The tires are burnt off of this car completely next to it. Melted all the way into the ground. The house next to it, a stomp. The house next to it, a garden now. It is sitting there standing, all because of insulation structures and simple stone that is built in. Wow. If this house was made of wood or anything like that, it would have gone up in flames like the rest of it. Let's also read some things that Greg said. So this is Christina Kinnicky speaking of it. You have to have a sterile perimeter, no vegetation. And I noticed in California, you know, a lot of people are hippies. So they've got their garden area. They've got stuff growing around it. This house did not have that. No vegetation except for planters. You'll probably have a fire-resistant roof and siding. You'll have a brick and mortar retaining wall. Very interesting. Because you can heat up brick and that's just gonna, you know, heat's gonna bounce off brick like a fireplace. Those are all good safeguards against fire. There's no luck involved because he said we're really lucky. Now, Greg Chasen, the homeowner, said also no vents or eaves. Let me look up an eave. No vents or eave and tempered glass windows. Are those tempered glass windows going to also be cause of an explosion? He said lucky that there was a bit more space from the neighbors. So space between the homes. Just so, you know, it had time to the fire to go out in that brick and mortar area. But unlucky that the neighbor pulled his car into the driveway. The solid concrete perimeter wall probably saved us there. So in a close-up, you see that concrete wall? And do you see that melted car from the neighbor? Crazy, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You can see the rubber just melted down the fucking driveway.
And I think now that this is going to probably be the standard for all rebuilt homes in California forever and for always. They're always going to have to be made by as passive house structures.
What was that?
Like that comment says right there, that builder is about to be very wealthy.
Yeah. Because it's a prototype, and that's just going to be the standard. So, yeah, that house might have cost a lot of money, but I'm pretty sure you can build that same setup to be economical. You get what I'm saying? To make it affordable for people. Where there's a will, there's a way.
But yeah, man, them fires is crazy.
The California.
So, dude, how do you guys think that they were intentionally started to clear way for the Olympics or for the high-speed rail train, or do you think it was just by chance, like all the time?
I don't think it was just by chance.
You know what's crazy? It's
just I know the whole climate change and all that. It just doesn't seem logical.
So check this out.
Because there were still trees up also.
Last time Trump was president, there was a wildfire.
But there's always been tons of wildfires.
But it was at that time it was like the biggest wildfire
at the time,
right? And then now check this out: Trump is president again, and the biggest wildfire ever again.
Yeah,
is it coincidence?
It might just be a conspiracy though. Yeah.
Conspiracy? Is Trump doing it? Trump burning down the fucking fires? Is Trump doing it?
Or maybe someone else and making Trump clean it up or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know how that works.
Nah, I think it was just by chance, possibly just by chance.
You think it just so happened? So you think some of those wildfires are really legit?
Yeah, some of the wildfires are legit. People camping out there in the woods where they get set, and then once it's set, now there's an incentive to keep this going. So say if you got some type of insurance money and it's gonna cover it,
let it go.
So it's already going. Who's to say it's not gonna get here? So let's just blow it along that way.
I seen some insurance people like they was canceling they people's insurance.
Well, yeah, no, a lot of them did get their cancellation, their policy canceled. But how about the ones that didn't get their policy canceled? Do they have incentives
Didn't State Farm take out the whole thing?
Yeah, they left the whole spot.
No, but State Farm took fires out of their insurance policy.
Yeah, it's because of the state. It's because of the state's fault, bro.
Yeah.
So when the state's not doing anything to protect the people against fires, or there's no policy in place to help when there is a major fire like that, because there always is in California, as a business person, if I'm an insurance company, I'm going to want to pull out of it. I'm pull out of California as soon as possible because the government's not helping us. We're going to have to imagine if they had to pay out. They don't have to pay out. They pulled out. They're getting looked at as the bad people, right? Because they pulled out of California, right? But nobody's seeing them. If they were still there, that would have crippled them. They would have had to pay all those houses out. They would have crippled their business.
Is that you guys being
trillions?
Is that you being the greedy part of the business side?
No. I'm being the logical part.
Because you want more money on your back end?
No. I want the government to protect their citizens as well from a fire that we cannot stop.
Mm-hmm. I hear you on that.
Me as an insurance company.
But you could have kept that policy for the benefit of your people.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but then for the benefit of the people, I'm also going to lose my entire company once that happens. Because
not your entire company. You're a wealthy State Farm.
Okay, understand this.
You're one of the top three, top two.
If you think about this, it's $1 trillion in damage. Do you think State Farm can pay out $1 trillion?
I do think State Farm got a decent amount of money.
We're about to find out right now.
I think State Farm got a decent amount of money. They got to.
How much is State Farm worth?
They're like
trillion,
top. They're right there with the Allstate commercials. If you don't see a State Farm, you see an Allstate. Am I saying it was Allsafe?
Allstate.
Allstate. Yeah.
Because they got insurance for everything. They got to be up.
They got to be up.
And most people's houses ain't getting fucked up. So
State Farm
they
Mutual
pocket it, that's what I'm
Automotive
saying.
Insurance Company.
I feel like it's more so. I feel like the owner started. He ain't getting those bonus checks no more. And he said, "Fuck it. I want my money."
Okay, so it says 134.8 billion dollars.
That's more than that. If you said billion, way more.
That's
than
what
that.
State Farm is worth. That's what it shows right here.
So they got money.
So that right there would cripple them, bro. If they would have to pay all those people out, if they canceled the 70 million people in California, right? And if they had to pay out all those people, they would have crippled them. They wouldn't be able to survive. And to get crippled because of the state's negligence, I'm pulling out too.
I don't think it would have crippled them.
Even if you take away half of their net worth, you're gonna cripple them.
I don't know all that policies and the payouts and all that. But if you got a billion,
so when you're taking money, okay, check it out. I get it. When you're taking money from people, you should pay out, right? But when that policy is over, you do not have to renew it. As a business owner, I do not have to renew your policy. You didn't get a lifelong policy with me. You didn't set a policy for 100 years or until you die.
I can take this fire policy out whenever
I want.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
that's just you guys being greedy.
I guess you can see where greed is involved.
Because now I got to pay out money because I'm not just getting them bonus checks because
No, but see, look, you're not understanding this part of it. How come the government of California didn't have something in place where a big fire?
I'm not denying that.
How come there was no fire? There's no water for these fires.
I do blame.
How did LA give up a reservoir, I think for free, with a whole bunch of water in there?
I'm not disagreeing with none of that.
Hold on. And then have to pay to use that water to put out a fire.
I'm not disagreeing with none of that. I'm agreeing with you on that.
Considering that the state of California did that,
they're the first at wrong, and State Farm is definitely one B.
So considering that there's a cause and reaction. So since they did that, it caused me to leave the state. As a business owner, look, if you don't want to pay high taxes, you got to leave the state. Right? California's got a 50% tax rate. You got to leave the state. You go to places like Texas, they don't got a 50% tax rate. You go to Florida, they don't got a 50%. Other states don't got that high tax rate. All right, so it's the same rules right there with that. If they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing as a federal government or as a state government, if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, me as a business owner, I have to answer to my shareholders.
Yeah,
I have to. If I don't, I'm gonna lose my job now. I'm gonna lose my money. Now I can't provide for my family how I do now. So now who's in the wrong now? So I'm sorry, but I got to think about my family too.
But now,
and yeah, I do understand your aspect where I don't know, bro.
Because now you got to look at it like, all right, now these people are like, oh, fuck State Farm.
Yeah, they damn near about to lose.
They telling everybody, fuck State Farm. They didn't even care about them people. They pulled out that fire policy. So they don't really care about the people.
They damn near in a lose-lose situation.
So the only people that are saying fuck State Farm are a lot of those people that live out there. because of that reason. But
So now you
any business owner or anybody that's thinking how I think, maybe we're not a lot out there. I would have did the same thing because I'm a business owner. I'm sorry that you guys lost your house. Blame your government. Make them pay you because they didn't have the water. There was no water, bro.
But you could have been for the.
They
You could
shut
have
off the
been.
water.
You could have been for
Who
the
cut off?
people.
The insurance company.
No, Cali. There was no like.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
shut off all
They
the
shut off-
fire hydrants.
And how is that possible? How is there not no water? Considering that this state catches on fire all the time.
No, it's definitely.
How is there not no water in these reservoirs? Or is there, but they shut it off?
It was a fucked up plan. Yeah.
And so, me as a business owner, why do I gotta pay for the mistakes of your shitty government?
Your insurance company.
Exactly. I'm a company and I have the right to leave.
Let me get my fire policy, please.
And you can have a fire policy. You just have to move to a state where there's no fires. Or
Right.
we're
I'm telling everybody, fuck State Farm.
check this out.
I'm hitting everybody up. Fuck
Check
State
this out.
Farm.
If there's a fire here and you have State Farm and it was legit, I'm pretty sure they're gonna pay you out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because there's water to put the fire out. There's no water there to put the fire out. So how do I look paying out when this fire could have been stopped or slowed down, but there's no water to put it out because of the government?
Your insurance company. It's just what you gotta do.
And that's why, since I'm a company, I can choose not to be in that state no
Yeah.
more. That's why there's a lot of companies leaving that state.
That's why employees about to leave.
Well, California's already losing a lot of business. I mean, they lost the richest person in the world. They lost Elon Musk. Elon Musk was in California and they lost him. How do you lose him?
Where'd he go?
Texas.
Oh, more money in Texas, right?
Not
it's
that
because it's tax.
not that it's the taxes. It's the taxes. And so, me as a business owner, how do I stay in California if I make $200 billion this year,
and I'm worth 135 billion.
Hold on. If I make, for instance, say if I make 100 billion this year, right? Say I make 100 billion. Elon Musk
135 billion. Let's just keep it at State Farm.
Okay. No, that's what they were worth. That's what they're worth. That's not what they made this year. That's just what they're worth all the way around. So Elon Musk is worth $240 billion, right? So Elon Musk last year probably made like $100 billion. He made a lot of money. If he was still in the state of California, they would have took half of it. $50 billion to have a fire? To have a fire that they can't control? Why am I going to give you $50 billion when you can't even stop this fire? Or even have the water on to try?
Mm-hmm.
How do I, as a billionaire, want to give you this state $50 billion? I don't, right? So therefore, he moved Texas he moved Tesla and SpaceX to Texas. Well, I don't know about Tesla, but I know he moved SpaceX to Tesla or to that. He moved SpaceX to Texas.
Yeah.
And therefore, whatever the tax rate is there, he's paying less. And that's why he moved it there. And then there was just less restrictions there during COVID as well, too. I mean, you got to look at it in that aspects of a business owner. And the reason why you guys are not seeing it that way is because you're not a business owner. Once you guys start making that much money, you're going to see it that way, too. Because you have families that you take care
depends
of.
on the business owning also, yeah.
How many families do you think LeBron James takes care of? I'm going off subject right here, but a lot of these business owners and these people that are really wealthy, I guarantee you that they're taking care of a lot of people.
No, definitely.
A lot of people are getting paid because of them. So a lot of those State Farm agencies, they're able to pay all their employees because of that money that's coming in. And when a state doesn't protect their citizens as much as they should, an insurance agency cannot stop the fire. They can only pay out the money. So the who's in charge of stopping the fire? The local governments. When the local governments are shitholes, we cannot insure fire no more because this is going to happen, and it did happen. Mm-hmm. So there was a guy on Joe Rogan that predicted that if the wind is right and the fire comes on at a certain time, that it would take off everything, and just like it happened, and it did. So considering that it was already predicted and they didn't do nothing to stop it, when they already put the money in place, the California governor put the money in place to do all this, but nothing ever happened. It's negligence all the way through the board, man. So I think State Farm did right. They're wrong for doing that, but they did right as a business move to get out of there.
I think the only issue was that they canceled it like as the fires was going.
Yeah.
Like they just did it super last minute.
Hey man, I'm sorry, but they realized that they were about to be crippled as a company. So picture this: if you have State Farm and most of those people in that area are State Farm, yeah, you're gonna go out of business. And you as a CEO of that company, you have to answer to your shareholders as well. The actual owners of the company are the shareholders. Those are the people that own it. What do you guys want to do? Are we moving out of this state or are we going to stay here?
So on the business side,
so they're going to take a hit. They're going to take a big hit. A lot of people are not going to want to shop with them no more.
So what do you? So it really depends on the price of your property, right? that's what your
that's what your payout's going to be. Yeah,
payout would be.
And you see all those houses that got hit, all mansions, 25 million, 20 million, 10 million, 2 million, 3 million.
Yeah.
It wasn't the hood of Los Angeles where there's going to be only a $1 million payout or a $500,000 payout. It wasn't really that. It was the rich people that got hit. They got hit hard. Hollywood burned down. That's why it was a saying because they were mocking Jesus they were mocking God in their award show, and all of Hollywood got hit. Burn them all motherfuckers down because they're all Satanists. We got to rebuke them devil worshippers. You know, and I'm not saying all of them. They're not all the people are not, but you can see which ones are. You know, like look at this. Look at this guy's eye. You can only see one. That's the signs of the Illuminati, the all-seeing eye. You know, they do it in plain sight. Jay-Z does it. Look at this, a painting that we got right here.
Yeah,
it's in a sense that's what it's doing.
It's all over the place.
It's all over the place when you really look at it. You know, you don't see it in this picture because this picture doesn't have nothing about that. That one does. See, this one you can see was.
It was just a random person who made this.
That's what I'm saying. This person doesn't see nothing evil and is not trying to control you. He was just trying to put out love and inspiration. So that right there, they're trying to control you. The all-seeing eye, we're watching everything that you. I don't know. That's just what I'm conspiracy theory shit. You know.
Click the video. Co-parenting doesn't mean you come from a broken home.
All right, with this one, he said something about welfare and like only the women getting it. But so I looked it up. He was wrong right there. You can still get welfare with
as a man.
Home.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's a conversation where
it's just not as common.
In the house together.
And you don't get as much.
I do think when two people have philosophical differences and they can't be together, the child uses that to his advantage. So like if you're not in a household together and y'all not on the same page, what happens is the child starts to learn how I can manipulate you. It's like, I can tell daddy one thing. I know he's not talking about. Tell her something else. Boom, there's a gap. If they not communicating, if the parents not communicating. You know what I'm saying? And that's why welfare was designed a certain way that if you have a man in the house, you can't have it. So they was creating that beef because they just know if the daddy's not in the house, he's in the streets, and the mama's doing one thing, and you make her the head of the household, we're destroying the family nucleus. And right there, you're gonna create criminals. That's why we're the biggest criminals in this country. They created that. When you don't have that, you can't create kids with stable foundations, so they're gonna destroy the community. The community is poison, and you're just gonna perpetuate that over and over and over and over. And we all looking at each other like, what is the problem? It's like, I'll tell you what the problem is. As long as everyone got the same like belief in the spirit, like we on the same page, we gotta do this and that. Y'all got the same game plan, I think y'all gonna be fine, because that is a family nucleus, but we don't have that. Like my mom was thinking one way and my dad was thinking one way. And by the grace of God, there's like 8 of us that I know of, and one of us caused them to retire, and that was me. But that was the grace of God. That's not me, though. I can't sit here and be like, yeah, I knew what I was doing. No, I didn't. That was all God, bro, because I was not destined to be here. I know the statistics. Why do you feel like right now?
Yeah, I hear him. Government does a lot to break homes, though.
I mean, when you incentivize single mother households, man, when you give them max amount of dollars for the food stamps,
does Section 8 go into welfare?
Section 8 is part of welfare. Yeah. So say if you're on Section 8,
is all that.
It's all that. It's any money that you get from the government is welfare. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. If you get money from the government in any which way, you're getting welfare. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So when they incentivize a single mother not to have a man around, as long as there's not a man around, we can provide a house for you. We can give you money on actual cash to spend, on a card.
It's crazy.
We'll give you link to spend so you can have food. And they give them like the most that they can give them, and then they'll say, well, you got to try to find a job. And if you work under this amount of hours, we can still pay for it. So you got to make this much money and work under this hours, and then we'll still cover all your benefits. And then there's some people that just don't even work and get it all for free. Well, they pay $18 or $20 a month, stuff like that. That's pretty much for free for me.
And those people doing that, they're fucked up themselves.
Yeah, they're fucked up themselves. And I think that's some people are not. I've seen one person that I went to school with. All her kids live with the grandparents or the parents, and then she lives by herself. On Section 8 housing, doing all that shit. So how is that? How does that work?
Section 8 housing cheap as hell.
Well, that's what I'm saying. None of her kids live with her. And
and she still gets Section 8 housing. probably not put under the paperwork. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like she's obviously saying that the kids are living with them,
Yeah.
but they're not. So how is that possible?
I mean, you could also get Section 8 without kids, though.
It's a little
That-
harder.
This
It's
girl
a,
we went to school with.
it's a
them-
more of a
them
waiting
apartments,
list. Yeah. Yeah. It's
She
more of
paid
a,
like $25 a month.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, how is that even possible?
I know at the time she wasn't making she was making like
But see,
$10 an hour, maybe.
but still though, like, how is that
how's it
possible that
possible without
people?
her having a kid is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
like
or just her
in,
having
in
a,
general. How do you get Section 8 housing when
without the kid, you're saying, or just in general?
In general,
Oh, yeah.
how do they give you Section 8 housing for $25 a month? Like, how do
Yeah.
they subsidize that? Like, who we have to pay for that as tax dollars?
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
guess
know,
it-
and when they're
that
not,
just goes to them trying to manipulate and control.
and they're keeping is there any guys that are in Section 8 housing?
I'm pretty sure.
How many?
I'm never looked it up.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there's more women than guys.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
You get what I'm saying? So there's already a bias right there towards that.
No, yeah, it goes back to
So they're gonna keep women in that same cycle. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't need no guy. I don't need. They say other words. I don't need no ninja. They say I don't need no ninja.
They're trying to break up the relationship.
No, they're not trying. They
are.
They've done a very. They have succeeded.
Yeah.
They have done a very good job of doing that in the lower class and poor community, and it's because of our values are not there. It's okay. Just go have an abortion. It's okay to go and fuck whoever you want. It's okay to do any of these things. And then when there's nobody questioning that, there's nobody telling you that you're wrong, or they're telling you that it's okay. Go ahead and use your body, your choice. That's just gonna incentivize more fuck shit. In my opinion, like, let's picture this. A woman can go get an abortion, right? Which is okay, whatever, do what you want. But now as a man, I can't give up my rights. Like, I would have to pay child support one way or the other. And going to the courts, I'm gonna have to go through the process of giving up my rights. I can't just go to and say, no, I don't want to pay. Just like a girl can go to an abortion clinic and just give up the baby. So it's kind of like a double standards there that they have there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know a guy that didn't want to have no kids. A girl got pregnant, and now he has to pay for the rest of his life. Well, 18 years until the kid gets old. And he didn't want nothing to do with the girl. It was a one-night stand. He just fucked her one time, and now that girl got the clutches in his back.
Mm-hmm. That was another discussion I seen one time where they said there should be some type of rule with that. Like, if the guy says,
You know what the rule is? No
don't-
abortion.
Yeah, don't have sex with them.
No
either,
abortion.
though.
Don't have sex with them. It's
Don't
your
have
fault.
sex
You
with
know?
that woman. Yeah.
So it's like, but see, men are men. We talked about this before. They're gonna, they think with their dick. They
Yeah.
don't think with their head. They think with the other head.
Yeah.
So considering that, I mean, it's gonna be it's always gonna be that way because men are just
Yeah.
wired that way.
I guess basically to sum up the argument was if a woman could have an abortion, a man should be able to respectfully be out of the relationship and
Yeah.
I seen
not
a video
pay
like that.
the child support.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, honestly, I think both parents, man, I think abortion is wrong. And if you're a man and you're having a kid, you should take care of your kid.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, that's just how
No,
I feel
yeah.
about it. I mean, it's not hard to take care of your kids. It's not hard to go to work. It's not hard to do these things. It's the only thing that makes it hard is people that don't want to do it. That's what makes life harder is when you don't want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they were to incentivize being married more, not getting divorced more, having kids like a nucleus family, I think if they were to incentivize that more, like you say if you're married, right? And you're married for 5 years, you guys will get a bonus, a money, like a $25,000 bonus because you guys stayed, and then
There's so much talk.
as you guys go longer, another bonus. Yeah, it sucks that you got to get money to stay with people, but why do people end up getting a divorce all the time?
Yeah,
Money. A lot of times it comes down to money.
But there might be like some type of, I don't want to say loophole, but there might just be people staying together, acting like they're married.
Well,
just
see,
for the
look,
check,
they're
though.
going to stay together, right, to get that check. But what I'm
But
trying to
they're
say
probably
is,
not going to really be together.
check this out. What I'm trying to say is a lot of times people fall out because of money.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't afford to pay the bills this week, or I can't afford. You don't got your money for the bills. You're always short, or you don't have this. A lot of times people argue about money because you can't take me out nowhere. But now, so if you're incentivized and now you've been together for 5 years, after 5 years you get 25,000, and after so many years after that you get a little bit more. Now you have a lump sum to where you can spread that out through the years. You can go on vacations. You can go here. You can go there. Now you guys can both be. Remember how you said, does money buy happiness? I mean, in a sense, to some people it does. Some people do need money to buy happiness. I don't. Some people don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it would come into involved, where a lot of relationships fall out because of money. because they can't afford to take their significant out somewhere where they want to go, and their significant other sees their friend going there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that can make a girl feel some type of way. Well, how come their man can do it and you can't? Or how come this girl can cook and you can't? You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna make it both. I'm cooking is a little different, but I mean it goes both ways like that. You know, when it comes down to that right there. So I think if they incentivize staying together more, like making their they benefit non-relationship. Women get benefit to be single. So why would they ever get married? Men don't have a benefit to stay with a woman if a woman's just gonna divorce them and take half of it. You get what I'm saying? So they got to make it a mutual benefactory for both parties. That's what I mean by it. Now, since they made it legal, no fault divorce, you don't have to have a reason just to get divorced for somebody. You can just you can wake up one morning and be like, you know what? I don't like you, Dempsey. I don't want to be with you no more. Yeah. Which why? What did I do? They didn't do nothing. It's just me. I just don't like you no more. Literally, that it's legal in New York to do that. It's called no fault divorce. The woman governor just made that legal.
I seen that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And why did she make it legal? Because she's a woman and she probably wanted to get out of a marriage, or her sister or her cousin is in a horrible marriage. Okay, whatever, and wants a legal way out of it and to be able to take half the money and not have to. You know, I don't know. I think there's a lot of bullshit in that.
That check.
Yes, sir. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
But yeah, this is basically what Dempsey was talking about.
Talk about a woman's body, her choice, and like that. Yeah. My question is, if we give a woman the right to opt out of motherhood, should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
I agree. You don't agree?
No, I don't know.
But if a mom walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say. How come this mom can't, let's just say it's a one-night stand, just hypothetical. Okay. And the mom comes back to the dad and is like, hey, I'm pregnant. Why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically make
he can't sign his rights away because he has to pay child support. I mean, he is legally bound by child support.
So you could sign your rights away, but then still pay child support.
You can't tell a woman to have an abortion.
Then how are you signing your rights away?
But do you think it's right that a mom can say I don't want this baby, but dad never can?
I mean,
pause it real quick.
That's just the way it is.
I have no right to see my child, but I have to pay for this child support.
Yeah. So basically, you don't have no legal say in whatever happens to this baby, but you still have to pay for the outcome of it. Pretty much.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a man.
Yeah, I mean, that happens with these fucked up laws because that doesn't make sense. How do you sign your rights away but still be tied to pay child support? How does that make sense? That doesn't make sense.
So I think
that shouldn't be.
I think
if I'm signing my rights away, then I should have no right to pay that.
So it's because I think the only sense is when the mother keeps the baby. So say the mother keeps the baby, but you're signing your rights away as a man that you don't want to watch the baby. You don't have no responsibilities, but they're still making you pay for it.
That shouldn't be my right.
I get it. But now when I believe this is the case, when the mother gives up the baby as well and it becomes a ward of the state, I think neither parents pay. I believe. Don't quote me on that, because somebody that watches the video look.
Well, why would either parent pay if they're
giving up the baby award up to the state, right?
Yeah,
I feel that both should have to pay, because now us as tax dollars have to pay for that baby to live as a ward of the state.
That's crazy. No, I don't think that.
Yeah, bro. No. So look, check this out. You're a mother and a father, right? You guys both created a baby, but you guys didn't have an abortion. But neither one of you guys want to have this baby. You guys both don't want to have an abortion, but you guys don't want the responsibility.
So we're giving up for adoption, but we still got to pay child support.
Yes. No. Because at the end of the day, if not, then us tax dollars, we subsidize all that. We pay for that. You work, right?
Yeah.
You get you don't work right now, but at one point you were working.
I pay for a nice lavish.
I pay taxes. I pay taxes. I pay a lot of taxes.
I hope my taxes go to a nice lavish foster home or something then. I don't want to be paying.
Do you see what I'm saying? But that's not what's happening though, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So considering that's not what's happening, I think it would make it obligated. It would make people more responsible, bro. It would make it so where people have to hold themselves accountable. They just can't have a baby and just give it up or stuff like that, bro. And I do understand the abortion. There's times where it's needed, where the parents they won't be able to take care of it. They want to get an abortion, whatever. It's not right, but whatever. Do what you got to do. But after it's a certain period of time and it can live by itself. If that baby can live by itself, man, you're a fucking murderer, man. That's just my opinion. I'm firm on that. Maybe I have my own biased belief because my mom was young and she didn't tell nobody that she was pregnant, maybe they would have made her get an abortion.
If the baby could live by himself.
Okay, so there after a certain time, the baby's inside the mother's stomach. They can take the baby out and put it inside of incubator and let it live for the next time inside that incubator until it becomes viable to live inside the air with the air, like inside the world with the air.
I think it was like with Logan. He was premature, like 2-3 months.
Yep.
Shit.
Even baby Jerry was the same way. You know, he was premature and he had to stay in the hospital. They put him in the incubator until he was ready to come home, and that's what happens. You know, and
you're saying at that point. And if you still go with the abortion, then I
think that's wrong because you're killing a life. And people will say that it's not alive yet, it's not born yet, it's just a fetus. And I'm just gonna be like, man, I get what
you're saying. At first, I didn't comprehend what you were saying.
And they're gonna be like, well, you're not a woman, so it's not your choice. Well, yeah, I do understand that I'm not a woman, so it's not my choice. But check this out:
breathing.
A woman would not be able to have a baby if it wasn't for my sperm. Her egg is dead. Her egg is not alive. Not that it's dead, but her egg is not alive.
It don't get active until the sperm
my sperm is alive.
You don't get active until the sperm gets
your sperm in your nutsack is alive right now. It's there. It's in there waiting to get unleashed on the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as it gets to that egg,
it gets active.
Then the egg gets active. It gets fertilized, and then it becomes alive.
Yeah.
So until my live sperm swims up your fucking giny hole,
this guy.
it just won't happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel that's why homosexuality is in the church's eyes like an abomination to almost. You know what I'm saying? Like in my eyes, you can do what you want to do, fuck it, whatever. But in the eyes of in the church, they look at it that way because 2 men can't have a baby, 2 women can't have a baby. In order for us to populate the world we live in now, it takes a man and a female. And if the man is not physically penetrating or whatever the case may be, they still need his sperm to implant inside that woman. So no matter what, it takes a male and a female to have a baby.
To reproduce.
Yeah, and I think that's, like I said, that's the meaning of us being here is keeping this planet alive and trying to figure out what's the next step.
I think basically like when the sperm meets the egg, it's like a mini Big Bang. How they said the Earth was made.
You think so? You think that's what it is?
I think.
I get what you're saying, like on some scientifically stuff inside. Yeah. No, facts. Yeah.
Yeah, but from a scientific thing, I believe that's what it is. The egg is just there, dormant, not alive at all. It's just there.
Yeah,
it's just
until
there.
That rocket ship gets there.
Until that rocket ship gets there and fertilizes it. It's like watering a flower. It's like watering a flower.
Girls, like, they freeze their egg. Well, they can freeze their eggs. Yep. So doesn't that mean it has to somewhat be alive to be frozen for that long?
Yeah, it's alive. It's sleep. It's like in a coma.
It's dormant. It's like dormant. Yeah, it's dormant. But it's not like your sperm that's moving. It's not actively moving like your sperm is moving. So you got your load shoots out. I think it's like 100,000 little sperm or million sperm fucking particles every time you bust a load. So every time you jizzed on the fucking towel or whatever, all your babies just went over there. You know, that's what I mean by that. You know,
like one load can get 100,000 women pregnant.
That is
pretty much.
That is some weird scientifically
but only one can make it to that egg, and whichever one that makes it there, I don't know if it's first or whatever the case may be, or able to fertilize it, is the one that wins. You know, so maybe it's the survival of the fittest, the most dominant sperm in there wins.
Yeah.
So maybe every one of us is the most dominant one that could have been in that fucking nutsack at that time.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Or in that sperm load.
At that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were the most strongest one out of that load. So you should be proud of yourself right now because you were the strongest one.
Be proud of ourselves.
Yeah, all of us. Every single one of us on this planet were the strongest ones at that very moment in time when our daddies busted that load in our mommies.
Yeah.
To put it vaguely like that. But yeah, to that last subject right there, I feel the same way. We just talked about it. What is this one?
Though?
Are you trying to get home?
Fuck.
Are you trying to get home?
Cops arrest man because he doesn't have a jacket on while walking home after he got off at work. What the fuck?
Exactly.
What the fuck is this?
You straight? You need a ride somewhere? Hey, look, we just want to make sure you're all right. We just want to make sure you're all right. Sir, you need to talk to us, okay? Sir.
I'm good, bro.
Can you calm down? All right? Sir.
Don't you think it's a little suspect that he's walking in the middle of the winter, cold as fuck, with no jacket on? I mean, I see bums with jackets on.
I hear you. Maybe. Well, I could give you so many different alternatives.
Check this out. I'm gonna give you an example. I was in a place I wasn't supposed to be. I ended up getting stuck on like a hook or like a tree or something. My jacket got stuck. So in order for me to keep running, I could not run because my jacket was stuck. I had to take off my jacket to keep running. All right. So I ended up getting back safe and whatever. And rest in peace, Steven. I was like, man, I lost my jacket. Can you go back and help me find it? So we go back and we found my jacket because we were running from the cops that were down there on the creek because we're by the train tracks. So, I mean, I can understand where a cop is going to be like, man, why is this guy ain't got no jacket on? Is he, you know what I'm saying? So
maybe he
I
threw
can
his
see
jacket to run away.
To run away from something. Or maybe to change what he was wearing, his description. So I can see why they could pull up on somebody like that. But now let's finish the video to see what happened.
We just want to talk to you. All right?
I'm on the way home. I'm straight.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Okay, but you're walking in the middle of the road.
I understand that.
Is it the middle of the road?
He on the sidewalk right now. They might have caught him on the middle of the road.
Well, see, look.
Well,
Pause it real quick.
Why am I going to walk in the snow?
Exactly. I was going to say that. Why is he going to walk? I've done that before. Like the whole sidewalk be full of snow and I walk in the street. You know, it's like, the cops do stop you for that.
I feel
too.
like sometimes too, the cops get so over concerned and now they make something out of nothing.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I would have took the ride home though. I ain't gonna lie.
We just trying to figure out where you're going.
Home. I just said that.
Oh,
Oh, you okay, dude?
watch out, man.
Where's home at?
Do you want us to just give you a ride?
No, I'm good. I do this every night, literally. I'm straight.
At the same time too, if you took that ride and get dropped off at the crib in the neighborhood that you lived in.
That, when I was a kid, no.
Okay,
now as an adult,
maybe same situation.
Okay, I was just thinking about that because you made a good point on that because we had talked about this before. So you're absolutely right. As a kid, I wouldn't have jumped in that car. I would be like, hell no, I'm scared.
Maybe even sometimes an adult. What we was talking about earlier. Maybe he's still in that adult life.
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
You know
I mean,
what
that's
I'm
possible. He could have had like some weed on him or something.
Or not even that. I'm just saying that adult life, just still living that. You know,
that mindset.
That mindset.
Okay.
Now, what if I get dropped off at home?
They're gonna view me like that.
My neighbors
as a cop or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that aspect because I felt like that when I was a kid. He seems like he's a little bit older. He's probably like in his 20s or something. But now in my 30s, if I'm walking home and a cop offers a ride to me, if I ain't got no drugs on me, no guns or knives, I'm gonna get in that car, especially it being cold. But then again, I just heard what he said. He just said, I do this every night. Some people can handle cold temperatures and it gets their heart rate pumping to where it makes them feel good. It's the cold, like the cold plunges.
No, it's weird. Yeah, honestly, there is some dude at my job, this old man, where he would come in. It's cold, middle of winter. He with a fucking shirt.
Yeah, you see, that's what I mean. Like, there's people that are like that. So
and then he be in the break room, tank top, turn up the AC. It's fucking winter.
With that cheap shirt on? What's your name, man? Huh? You don't know? Can you just stop and talk to us for a minute? Do you mind? Do you mind just talking to us for a minute? Just talk to us for a minute. Just talk to us for a minute.
I ain't gonna put my hand on a female.
Are you trying to get home?
And they just cut it right.
So there's no more of the video?
No.
There's no part 2?
How would I take from that? Officers being a little over concerned. If the guy didn't want to talk to him, they could have just followed from a distance and see if he got safe home.
I agree with that. But I'm gonna counter that. Well, why didn't he just stop and talk to him real quick?
I mean, technically he didn't have to.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to, but to get me to get out of the situation because I don't want cops fucking with me. I ain't trying to get harassed by cops. I'm a citizen going home from work. I have no problem with you checking me because what if this person really is a criminal? What if this person really is a nefarious character in the neighborhood late at night trying to steal some shit with no jacket on? I know a bunch of people that were like that.
You're saying you're thinking if you're at a house, if you're in your house seeing someone walking through the neighborhood with no jacket,
I'm gonna think,
you're saying.
I'm gonna think.
You're saying as a citizen, I'm okay with that cop checking.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm okay with the cop making sure that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I don't know about that.
I'm okay with that. And the reason why is because what if that person is on some bullshit? Like I said, it's the middle of winter and. I'm not saying that the cop is in the right or wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you can you can find justification for that. For just even asking a question. Can I just ask who you are? It's late at night. It's cold out here. Why are you walking home at night?
And I mean, you can ask, but
I know he doesn't have to answer, right? But how he reacts and answers, it makes me think, if I'm a cop, it makes me, okay, what are you hiding from me? Because a regular person is, okay, yeah, here's my ID. I'm going home. I live right up the street. As a regular citizen, that's not up to no bullshit. Now, when a person already has it in the stigma, I don't like cops. Cops are only fucking with me because of my skin color or whatever the reason. That makes it even a worse reason that they don't want to talk to cops. I think maybe they singled him out because he was black. Maybe I don't know if the cop was white or black. I don't know. That sounded like a lady cop. I don't know what color she was. But maybe they singled him out because he was black walking. I don't know that. There was no context behind it.
Making something out of nothing.
But and yeah, making something out of nothing. But at the same time, you're a cop and you're supposed to patrol at night and keep the neighborhood safe. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them stopping people at night. And if it was broad daylight, you shouldn't have stopped you at all. But during the nighttime, when people are sleeping at night and they don't know what's going on, I think it's okay to stop people and find out if they're supposed to be there, if they live in that neighborhood. Can I give you a ride home? It's cold out here. That's what cops are there for. They're supposed to be there to help the public. She literally asked, "Can I give you a ride home?"
All right. And if I say no, then just go ahead and patrol.
And then at that point, once she said no, it made her think like, well, why? It's cold out here. Okay, you do this every night. Okay, but let me just know who you are just to make sure that you're telling me the truth at this point. And yeah, he didn't have to. And that's maybe why I don't know if he got arrested or not. But I'm just saying, as a citizen that has no beef with the cops at all, I'm gonna go ahead and show them my ID. I do it all the time. If they ever stop me, I'm gonna show them my ID. I'm not gonna combat them and say, "No, fuck you. Why you stop?" I'm gonna tell them why you stopping me, obviously, but I'm not gonna combat them and give them shit about it. You know, sometimes I might be like, "Well, you only stopped me because of this, this, and this," but at the end of the day, I'm gonna comply.
But why does there have to be a crazy why? Why can't it just be a reasonable, like, this is what I want to do?
Well, that's fine. They did say that, but then after that, once they
because what you're saying, he said no, he didn't want the ride, and now you're like, why don't you want the ride?
Just to make it easy. Oh yeah, I mean, because that's a lot of. It's cold out, bro. Most of the time, people are gonna be like, "Yeah, give me a ride home." Most of the time, but he said he did this every night. That's what I'm getting to. The concept behind it. He said he did it every night. That's why he don't want to ride home, which is fine. The cops should have just left that.
Maybe he would have took a ride from someone else, not a cop.
I don't even think he would have took a ride from somebody else. I think he would have just kept walking. He said he does that every night. You know what I'm saying? But in the same time, if you do that, I don't know, bro. It just doesn't add up to me. You're walking home late at night. You do this every night, but you're afraid to tell me like anything else. So you're afraid to just stop walking and talk to me for a second.
I don't even think it's afraid. I think he's just he's not legally bound to.
Okay, I understand the legally, you're not legally bound to do it, but to get out of the situation, when you're a citizen, you're not doing nothing wrong. It's a 2 seconds to show them your ID and go on your about your merry way.
I mean, people are also heavy on their rights, so he wants to stand on that.
I wish they would have showed us more content, because we don't know if the dude had a warrant or if we don't know anything else about the situation, because it stopped right there. So it kind of sucks that there was no more content. I do understand. Like I say, I do understand when cops stop and frisk, when they stop people and talk to them, especially like in high crime neighborhoods. We don't even know if that was a high crime neighborhood.
This is like a real nice neighborhood.
This late at night, my neighborhood at night when I was a kid at night looked like a real nice neighborhood in the snow. But really, they was out there shooting motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just, we don't know until we know the context behind it. But from what I'm saying, my own personal belief. If a cop pulls you over and you're on the side of the road walking late at night, just show him your fucking ID if you ain't doing nothing wrong and go about your merry way. If you want confrontation, do exactly what he did. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, there is some cops that are going to be like, okay, they'll walk away and they'll leave it at that. But then there is them other cops that are going to persist it until they find out who you are and where you're going.
That's just unfortunate, not the norm in the world to cooperate with.
It's not really, to me, it's not really cooperating with them. It's them just asking a simple question on who you are, where you're going. It's late at night. You ain't got a jacket on.
I'm cooperating with your questions.
Yeah. And at that point, the cop should have just left. You know, the cop should have just left. But In my opinion, did the cop was able to do that? Hell yeah, the cop can stop and do that. Because now, what if that person would have ran? Now we got something here. You know what I'm saying?
Made something out of nothing.
We made something out of nothing. Why'd you run? Why'd you run? Because you might have something. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You made something out of nothing. But if that person ran, he's obviously up to no good. That person didn't run, so he's most likely not up to no good. People that don't run, they're not up to no good. He was standing his ground, like you said, as his First Amendment, whatever the right is that you don't have to say nothing to them. You know, he was standing his ground on that. I agree with it, but at the same time, bro, it's 10 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, cops roll up on you, just show them your ID and walk away, bro. You ain't got that. In my opinion, if you ain't got nothing illegal that you're doing to avoid any situations, just do it. What's the problem? Yeah. Oh, my rights, this, my rights, that. So eventually they're going to take all my rights away. Nah, when you view it like that, it's just you're going to complicate your life. Just like a lot of people complicate their life with cops. Now, when the cop is wrong for what, if it was broad daylight, then the cop would have been wrong. But it's late at night. I think it's okay. You don't know if he's stealing. I don't care about it. He could have been a white guy. Terry was white, and we were all out. I look at my skin color. I'm white, and I was out there stealing. I don't care about the color. That has nothing to do with the color. It's late at night when you're patrolling the neighborhood. We don't even know. We didn't even get context if they got called. That's what I'm trying to say. There was not enough context behind that video to know anything because they stopped it right after they were starting to talk. I think that was literally just a clickbait video just to make it look like the cops are always picking on black people. Honestly, I think that's what it was.
I'm going to look further into that video.
Yeah, we definitely need to see more in that one.
All right, this one's about basically American black people and African black people.
I'm not black, I'm African.
Is that not black?
No.
Oh.
It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? I came in a plane, they came in chains. Yeah, I'm passenger in their cargo. I'm not.
All right. So basically,
that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Africans look at American blacks like they're the scum of like the fucking earth and all that shit. And I'm just trying to see like why do they think that?
Well, go ahead, Dempsey.
Well, Black Panther tells it all. Black Panther tells
family,
it all.
That shit.
Yeah, Black Panther tells it all.
So
I've seen a clip where they broke it down to Black Panther where I forgot the names, but the Black Panther guy, he resembles Africa, and the person that what's his name? The guy.
Killmonger.
Yeah, he represents the black people in
America, pretty
United
much.
States.
Well, in besides Africa, the people that came from Africa as recently. Honestly, so the story goes that there was the people in Africa that sold the other people in Africa, right? So that's why I believe that's why they view them like that, because they already view themselves higher because they captured them. They say you're a tribe,
I don't think
right?
they view it like that.
Check this out. Say you're a tribe. Hear me out. Say you're a tribe, right? You have 10,000 people in your tribe, 5,000, however many people in your tribe, right? You go to war with this other tribe. You conquer them. You take them over. You take their men as slaves. And you take their women as brides. Because this is what happened. All right. This will happen all over the world, not just in Africa. This happened everywhere. All right. Considering that happens, if you got a group of men that you cannot keep around you no more, you got to get rid of these guys because eventually these men might fight back again, and we got to get rid of them. We got to sell them. If we're not killing them, we got to sell them.
No, I don't think it's like that. I think it's more so like the blacks in Africa, they're more so entwined with their traditions and the culture.
But that's because they lived there for the last 400 years. And
hear me out. And over here, we don't want nothing to really do with that. You don't
want that culture. Is that what you mean?
It's like I don't want to say we don't respect it, but we just don't follow that.
It wasn't instilled in us.
It wasn't instilled in us. We're not following that blueprint. We don't really, I don't want to say we don't know who we are, but we're not just entwined with that. That's pretty much the big difference.
Because my dad was telling me, because he obviously worked with like a bunch of different races, and he was saying, because he worked with some African Nigerians, and they just like look at him like he's nothing. But I mean, like they cool.
But it's because the reason why though. Okay, so look.
But if your dad would how do I explain it? Would it came with like that Nigerian presence,
Yeah.
They would accept it.
Okay, so let me explain to you why. It's because they hold themselves to higher standards.
Because they're entwined with their culture.
Yeah,
and
and it's because they're not a part of that same victim mentality that Americans are part of.
I bet you it's almost like the way they I don't know how they really look at it, but it's almost the same way probably like the way Muslims and the way like other Muslims would they don't follow that culture. Yeah. They probably look at them the same way.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's mainly what it is. It has to be.
I think it's that. I think the Africans in Africa hold themselves higher than the Africans in America, bro.
Yeah, because they're more entwined.
It's not. I don't think it's just more entwined. I think it's just it's a class thing, bro. It's like I'd assume that the Africans that came here were a lower class. They sold them off. They were in chains. I would assume it was through conquering. How else is a group of men just get shackled up and get sold?
I don't.
In my opinion, it would have to be through conquering. One tribe conquers another tribe conquers. It happened here in the tribes in Native Americans. They would kill each other, conquer each other, take the women as brides, and kill the men, and take the men as slaves and stuff like that.
I don't know.
It's the same thing, man. When you're in war and you're conquering another, it happens nowadays. Look at all the wars that happen now. The goal is to kill all the men and to take the women.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the goal, but I mean, that's ultimately the goal. Is to kill the men because the men can fight. So when you enslave the men, you enslave the people, and it's going to be the higher classes of the people that are doing the enslaving, right? Am I right there? But right now, we're enslaved to our government in a sense because we work for them and pay the high taxes. So we're technically modern day slaves.
Mm-hmm.
We pay a high tax just to live bare minimum. And I view it like that. I view it, they found a way around the loophole. So now now here in America, they just can't have slaves like in other places in the world. In China, there's still slaves in China. In Korea, there's still slaves in Korea. You know, like legit slaves that are chained to their desk. They can only stay at their desk. And it's crazy, bro.
And it's a whole bunch of shit.
So that's why I think that's where he's coming from. He's putting himself on a hierarchy, which is, it's not that no more. It's not that.
You know, the whole time I got another video like, dude, he's another African, and some dude. I guess in the beginning they started like talking shit to each other, and then I'll show you bullshit.
I think at the end of the day, I think Africans want to be more like Black Americans than anything, because if you can see all the Africans in Jamaica, anywhere, all the Africans, they all get the American black swag. You get what I'm saying? Like, how you see how you dress. This is where we go. This is where we get the dressing from.
Everybody gets American swag
from the blacks. That's
everybody.
No, that's what I'm saying. So like, the black people, how they dress, they're the trendsetters. All right?
China be getting American swag.
That's what I'm saying. So like, they're all following suit. So in the end of the day, who wants to be like who? Look at this do-rag. Look at the other guy that we were just.
At the end of the day, everybody wants to come to America.
No, I know that, but I'm talking about the last video. The dude was from Africa wearing a do-rag. Yeah. That's American stuff right there.
I don't know where the do-rag came from.
Yeah, ain't no telling. No, actually,
it came from here, bro.
It came from here, but do-rag is a form of a hair wrap, though.
But the do-rag actually came from here. Like the do-rag he was wearing, it came from here, America. That's where it came from. Another version of it, maybe somewhere else, but actual
that probably
do-rag
wasn't even do-rag. That was probably just a head wrap. That probably was a head wrap like a do-rag. Ain't no telling.
Go back to the video real quick. 2 seconds.
Ain't no telling. Cause I could get a hair wrap and wrap it up like a do-rag.
I do get it. I do get what you're saying.
What was that on?
I'm just trying to make a point. I'm just trying to make a point on how Africans in Africa they want the swag of the American blacks here, and there's a lot of videos of it that can prove it. That they dress in all the sports attire, the jerseys, all that stuff. Yeah, that's a do-rag.
Yeah,
that's a do-rag. Look at all the jerseys behind him. He's an American black. He just don't even know it.
This all
for having jerseys?
That's your swag. That's the American black swag, bro.
How?
These are soccer jerseys.
Those are all soccer jerseys?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm wrong on that one then. Okay, I'm wrong on that one.
But even if he did have basketball jerseys.
The do-rag itself. You didn't get the Africans in Africa wearing do-rags. I'm trying to defend you, Dempsey. Come on, man. Throw me a bone here, bro. He said, nope, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, that's basically the same shit.
Don't say nothing. Just give me your black card, bro. Just give it to me.
For what?
You in a room full of white people, and you the only black nigga there.
There's only one white person in the room.
They turning you to an Oreo, bro.
You said a room. You said give you my black card.
Yeah, give it to me, bro.
Yeah, you mean your fucking food stamps, nigga? I'm a Congolese person. I'm not one of you street American black hobo bitch, bro. Okay, don't get it mixed up. Okay, you could have just came here, been nice. We could have a cool conversation. I'm not one of you black Americans. Moi, je suis Congolais. Je suis prince du Congo. Tu me connais pas, all right? Don't play with me, man. I'm not one of you.
Well, your boy, he was being mean to me. If that's the case.
What'd you say?
Yeah, basically.
How do you feel about what he said? Do you agree with him or disagree with him?
What the African dude said?
Yeah.
I don't know. That shit.
What the African dude said almost goes.
Take feelings out of it. Take emotional feelings out of it.
Take
okay?
feelings out of what the black dude said. It almost goes into what I just said. He said basically welfare card.
Yeah.
That's how he looking at the U.S. blacks, because the U.S. blacks accept that they're not entwined, that they're from Africa, that they're greater than what they really show us that what we are here.
I think what he's getting from that is he's not you, because he's not sitting here complaining like you are. He doesn't carry himself like you. Not you, but how the other guy is. He's not carrying himself how the traditional American blacks carry themselves. That's why he's not putting himself in that same category. Because if you look up statistically, the people that are coming from Africa now, they're doing better than white people here in America. They're doing better than a lot of people, because I don't know why. They're just doing better. You know what I'm saying? Like, and same thing with Asians and Indians. They're coming here just doing better than all of us here. Like they just are. So I think that's where he's coming from. And he's like, I'm not you. I don't label myself as that because of that reason. So he got out of that. So his friend is I don't know where he's from, and then a white guy next to him, while this guy up top is just viewing it as race. I can't hang around. So he's basically saying you can't hang around with me because I'm white and Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the dude up top is saying. And the dude on the bottom is saying, well, I'm not like you. I don't carry myself like you, and I'm not that.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that's where I get it from. But did he get a little harsh on dude when he started calling him? He straight hit him with the hard ER, and he went there with him, and you can kind of see dude kind of got emotional. He felt kind of attacked at that point. But it's because I think he feels that dude was kind of right with what he said. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna have to agree with the guy on the bottom on that, because there's definitely a difference on how they carry themselves.
No, that's the whole argument, though.
But he's saying that it's because, look, check it out.
I'm saying that's the whole argument we were going back earlier.
But it's because just because you were born into something doesn't mean you have to continue to act like that over the course of time.
Correct.
Because I was
that's
born.
Why the people from Africa look down on the people from
because they're
United
saying
States.
Just because of you're born that way, why do you still act that way?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So, but
that's what I've been trying to say.
But is he wrong for that though? Is he wrong for stating a fact? Because we can go there through any color, any religion, any race.
He's not necessarily wrong, but he could have probably went about it a different way.
He could have worded it nicer and not went the whole that way. So I think the reason why he went hard like that is because dude was attacking his friends, and his friends couldn't really protect themselves against that. Because once you go against a black person on any type of thing with race, you're gonna get deemed as a racist, and you're gonna get shut down right away. So I think the black dude right there, the African black, I think he was sticking up for his friends right there, because his friends not being able to speak up for himself at that point. Because they were getting into the black card right there. You know, when you're non-black, you just only so much you can say. I'm gonna say everything I gotta say. I don't give a fuck. But I think the dude on the bottom was right on that. But in the end of the day, I see a lot of people that are coming from Africa, especially like the young kids. They're getting the swag of the American blacks on how we dress here. I mean, look at when I was a kid, I used to dress like that too, like how blacks used to dress, you know. And it wasn't until I got older I kind of changed the way I dressed and kind of like found my own kind of liking how I fit for myself. Before I used to like the jerseys. I guess that's not really you know what? I guess it would be more of a traditional black thing. What you think?
I don't think
like
so.
Jerseys?
the black swag, not just jerseys in general, just like the black swag, how you guys present yourselves with the carrying yourself, with the clothing and all that.
Well,
What about
I
it?
think black people take like very much pride in their clothing.
And that's what I'm saying. And then after that, we all fall in suit when we say, oh, that shit looks good. Let me get that too. Does that make sense? They're trendsetters when it comes down to fashion. They're wearing the stuff first and then they make it cool. And then in turn, us white people, us Latinos want to act like that and be like that. How do you think we talk like that now? You know, that's what I mean by you guys being trendsetters. This has nothing to do with degrading stuff, you know? So when you look at it that way, if you're a trendsetter and people want to view you in a positive light, you got to use that in your benefit, use that in your advantage. Does that make sense? Instead of taking it down a negative way, use your influence in a positive way. Since people already want to dress like you and act like you and wear your, I mean, the other dude was wearing a do-rag, which was popularized by the American blacks. Why you got white people that want to wear do-rags? You got Mexicans that wear do-rags.
Well, it was a fat ass group of little white kids just all rocking do-rags.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the only way they got to see that was being popularized by, and that's what I mean by trend setting.
Yeah,
you guys trend set it to make other people love it. And therefore, the whole world follows suit.
So I think how we carry ourselves with clothing, we should just carry that like in ourselves as a whole.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to
get looked at as a different way.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to get to this. It's not that I'm not trying to pick on American blacks or American whites because look at the people in England think that we're all stupid over here. Them people in England are fucking dumb as a box of rocks.
I seen a video of this American dude. He was asking them questions about their own place,
and they ain't no shit.
Yeah,
and they ain't no shit. You know, so that's what I mean by like
that's crazy.
Who was the first president of the United States, guys?
George Washington.
I fucking love that answer. How it was so quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people out in the real world that could not answer that question.
Just forget it.
When was the Revolutionary War fought?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't.
When was the Declaration of Independence won? Like when did they sign the Declaration of Independence?
It was like 1812 or something.
That was 17 something.
1776.
Yeah.
Around it was around that time right there. I mean, you were close. You were close. I think maybe the time that it actually got fulfilled into law was maybe around that time. But
that's crazy. We had a whole test on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most Americans they won't remember.
Did we pass that? That was when I had my left hand too. How did I take that test?
It's because at the time you're in school, you're remembering it all.
How did that even get legal? How was that legal?
Because you were telling them everything to write.
No, but that was supposed to be a serious test. Like I did have somebody.
You had to pass that to go to the next grade.
No, because when I broke my wrist, I did have someone like do my homework for me and like write my stuff.
Well, that's why because there's an exemption.
But like that during that test, that shouldn't have went down.
Well, then they would have had to push back the test. Then they would have had to make you take the test on a later date. So that's what happened to me. I wasn't in there for the pre-embryo test. I wasn't at school for that test. Yeah. Everybody else got to take it but me. So when I went there the next day or the next week in school, I had to take it by myself. So I had to get pulled out of class, take the test by myself in front of the teacher right there. So I'm sitting there saying all the stuff for the pre-embryo, and then I had to do the written work. Oh, it was.
Was I sitting next to that person during the test? I don't remember.
She was in front of you, I think.
Well.
And she was just going back and forth, answering her test and answering my test.
Man, that's what happens, man.
That's crazy.
I mean, look at this, bro. The greatest entrepreneurs in school were the ones that paid the other kids to do their test. Those are the business owners now. The ones that I paid other people to do my work at times. It shows, you know what I'm saying? Like I found out ways to get it done. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
You did it. I paid you to do it. I'm a business owner now. I'm gonna pay, even if I'm not the smartest one. I'm smart enough to know that I can pay you to do it, and I can make a profit off of that. So
8th grade, I ain't pay nobody. They just did it
to do what, the Constitution test.
Just all my work.
Yeah,
I was failing in the beginning, and that's why I couldn't play basketball. But then, basically, they was just doing all my work.
Yeah,
ended up passing.
Going crazy.
What we got up next? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot to go on those videos, man.
We got time to get to them.
What we got? What we got to do? What we got to do? We done?
I got 30 minutes.
30 minutes. So you got to pick which ones in your 30 minutes.
These are your stuff from Instagram.
You can pull up whatever. Any one of those. We can talk about any one of those. That's just a picture.
Yeah, but I still don't get how Keyshawn could eat ketchup, but he can't eat a tomato.
That don't make sense.
It's the texture. I don't like the texture.
Yeah,
The sauce.
It's hard and gooey.
You like all those chemicals in the ketchup, but you can't eat a regular
Yeah,
tomato.
right. Tell him again.
Come on, Mr. Come on, Mr. Natural guy.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on,
When they go
man.
to ketchup, I get the shit without all the
You're
bad
supposed
shit
to
in
be
it.
all natural. You're supposed to eat that
Yeah, I ain't
tomato,
gonna lie.
man.
Tomatoes are fire.
That
Tomatoes are
shit is
fire.
good. I'm
Tomatoes
big
are
on
fire.
texture. That's why.
Slice them up.
Like the outside may be hard, but the inside is soft, and this shit's just not for me.
Do you eat fruit?
So why don't
Yeah,
you?
I
So
Do you
why
eat
don't
fruit that's soft?
No,
No. So
You don't eat mangoes?
I eat hard mangoes.
Yes.
Oh, no, you eat strawberries?
I'm gonna get him. Why doesn't he make the tomato hard then?
What am I supposed to do? Put in the freezer?
Put it in the fridge. Get it a little harder for
That's
you.
true. That's
Get
true.
it more firm.
That's true. That's true.
If you put it in the fridge, you telling me it gets firm in the fridge?
No, not
It's gonna
freeze it,
get
but get
in the
it
fridge,
chilled.
it's
Get
gonna
it
get
chilled.
colder.
Get it chilled. He's right on there. It'll get a little firmer. It'll get firmer.
I think the inside will still be.
So you,
soft
I
and
think
good.
you don't like the
it's
inside
gonna
because
be cold.
you don't like
I'm
the inside
willing to
because it's
bet. I've
gooey.
had a cold tomato before.
Yeah.
Sliced.
I-
Put it in the fridge.
It's good.
I might have
it's
to
fire.
try it.
It's
but
fire. It's
I
fire.
don't know.
Put it
It's
in
fire.
the fridge.
Cause that shit's sick.
Because that juice in there, it gets a little, it gets like that iciness texture, and it gets good. Not even icy, it just gets cold, and it feels like it gets firmer.
Put it in the fridge,
Like
bro.
all my fruit, it's got to be hard.
Put it in the fridge.
Grandma was the same way.
Strawberries, no grapes.
I got crunchy grapes.
Oh wow.
I'm telling me and grandma locked in. We
Oh shit.
only hard fruits.
You probably like them candy grapes then. Back
You don't
then.
eat no oranges,
I don't eating like soft ass.
so you don't like oranges then.
I eat oranges. I kill oranges, but I eat them before they get all soft and all
Softer.
that shit.
So a cold orange.
Cold orange, because orange is always soft and juicy and
Yeah.
gooey.
Not like
No, it's always soft and juicy.
So you like a dry ass orange then? That's the dry
My
as
shit
fuck.
don't-
Yeah, yeah.
I can
Yeah.
go pull out an orange right now. That motherfucker it's not gonna
Because
be
you
how
got
a
it in
tomato
the cold
would be.
texture.
So I do get what you're saying, that it's not gonna be like a tomato texture, because the tomato's gonna be like gooey. It's gonna be a little gooey in there. So I do understand it. I get it. But let's pop up this video, Tomato Boy. Mr. Tomato Head.
What I do, then I'm going to give you some bets.
They should have been did that.
You
It
ready?
shouldn't even be.
What a
funny,
nice-
Hold on.
man.
Like apples, love crunchy apples. Apple pie, hate that shit.
I get it, because the gooiness is gooey. It's soft.
And like
You just like
damn
the
near-
chemicals.
I don't even
man.
like applesauce.
You just like the chemicals, man.
Hell no.
Picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that.
They definitely did their whole thing with that video part right there, though.
Oh,
Why they have all the
good
kids around signing that specific
You know,
bill?
this is a big one,
But,
right?
but
I
it
don't
is
even know
a,
what that is.
but it is a big thing, though. I don't think that should have ever.
Well, so pause it real quick. I think they had the kids around it signing the big bill because this is who it's gonna affect.
No, yeah,
down
that's
the
what,
line.
that's what I'm saying. They made the shot.
Yeah.
They made the
They
the
made it
video-
look good.
They
Yeah,
made
yeah,
the
yeah,
they
yeah.
made the video shot.
It was for
That's what I'm
it
trying
was
to say.
for optics. Yeah,
That's what
definitely
I'm
for
trying to say.
optics.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not denying that it's not a big thing, because it is a big thing.
Go ahead, finish it up.
Oh, I think we have a 10. We have a 10.
This thing is long as hell.
That's why he said it's a 10. He wanted to make it perfect. Fucking bot.
I don't really have hours over.
Pretty good, huh? I see that. Okay? Good. Now you're going to go out and win those events, right? Nice to see you all. Great going, everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you, kids. Here.
I mean, this past time we were seeing Joanna Man happen in real life.
Straight up, real life.
That
I think it's already been happening. Nobody just said nothing.
Probably so.
Look at
More
that
likely.
that girl that got caught up in Russia with the weed, with the vape pen or something. Brittany Gardner.
Brittany
They held her with men.
Yeah.
They didn't hold her. They didn't hold her with female.
Well, they held her what she was identifying as.
Was she identifying as a man?
I think so. Yeah. Because I seen a video too where she was doing an interview and the interviewer was like, "You're gonna be a mom now," and she was like, "I'm gonna be a dad."
So Russia don't play that. That's what I'm saying.
And she was like, "I'm gonna be a dad."
So check this out. Russia don't play that sex that I'm gonna put you in a male in a woman's prison. They don't do that. That's why they put him with a man, because he's a man.
Whole time he was getting cracked on that.
Yeah.
He probably identifies as a man. Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's a man. That's not a woman.
I don't know.
You remember how you said I'm gonna be a dad? I'm gonna be a father.
I mean,
Yeah. Identifying
She take the testosterone pills and all that. Yeah.
If you look at her videos when she was young, I mean, honestly, it just seems like seems like a young man.
I never.
No,
really
no
seen
offense.
it.
You can look up videos of her balling when she was young. She can ball. It looked like a young man. And when young men can't make it in the NBA, Joanna Man happens. So I think Brittany Gardner was legit Joanna Man happening in real life. No, I mean if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Brittany, but I think you're a man.
And she just downgraded her play.
No, she didn't downgrade her play. That's the best of her ability. That's how good she is. That's it. However she's good is in the WNBA, that's how good she is. She couldn't play with the men. She couldn't be as good to make it to NBA, but she was good enough to make it to the WNBA.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
So, and that's just, there's a lot of people that will agree with that, because when you're in Russia and they put you in a cell with men, it's because you're a man, not because you identify as a man. They just made gays illegal in Russia. You can't be gay in Russia.
Illegal.
It's illegal in Russia to be gay. They're cracking down on gay bars, gay clubs, all that shit. They're locking them up and doing all that shit. So that's what I mean by like, it's just two different places. So that when I see a place like that locking up Brittany and putting her or him, whatever, in a cell with men or a cell block with men, it's because she has, and they know, they seen it. They stripped him butt naked. So
yeah,
they didn't put him in there because she identified as a man and she had a vagina.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. They seen Captain Winkey. I could be way off on that, but that's just how I see it.
Yeah,
especially when you look at the old videos. I mean, maybe she cut off her breast, but she has no breast. She did.
She did. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, she cut off the breast, and they said she'd be taking testosterone pills.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's why her voice got deeper.
Or maybe it got deeper because he's a man.
Hey, maybe. That's crazy.
And they had to play it off and say that it was all the testosterone stuff. And sometimes men grow chichis. Look, I got boobies.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted to actually be a man to play it off, I had to cut off my boobies. You know? Nah, I don't got boobies. I got.
All right, we about to do a little game.
All right, let's
go.
go.
What you got for us?
So in this one, we're gonna do top Call of Duties, top 10 Call of Duties.
Top 10?
Top 10. So you have to guess the top 10
I
Call of Duties.
I can't even give you after 5.
Top 10?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like all time?
Every Call of Duty that's ever came out. What do you think is in the top 10?
Modern Warfare 2.
And where you think they're ranked.
Modern Warfare 2 at number 1.
Yeah, I didn't play all of them like that.
Black Ops.
All right, you right on Modern Warfare 2.
Black Ops is gonna be number 2.
You right on 2.
I would say either Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2 is gonna be number 3.
You gotta pick one.
I thought you just said Black Ops 2 was number 2.
No, he said Black Ops 1 was number 2.
Number 3. Number 3. I'm gonna pick number 3 to be number 2.
You saying Black Ops?
Black Ops 3 to be number 3.
Okay, you got that one wrong.
I got that wrong. Okay. And then from there, I'm gonna go.
I really only like
Modern Warfare.
That's the only ones I played.
Modern Warfare. I'm gonna put that in there.
Which
remastered?
Was that the newest one, right?
The old one that I used to play, but
the old one, but remastered. Yeah.
Okay, it's that one, but not the remastered one.
Okay, so it was the first one then. Okay. Yeah. I think it's the same shit. I think it's honestly the same.
Yeah, they
thing.
did the same exact shit.
Yeah, it's the same shit. So and then after that one, where's that? I'm at 4 now.
So number 3 was Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2. Okay, so number 3 was Black Ops 2. Then it would be number 4 would be Black Ops 3, right?
No, number 4 was what you just said.
Modern Warfare. Okay, then after that, I would say Black Ops 3 would then be after that one.
Oh.
No? What is it? Modern Warfare, Infinite Warfare?
World at War.
Oh, that's cap. That's cap right there.
I mean, that was kind of the one that started it.
World of War?
Yeah.
No, that was
I don't know
trash.
if that was the one I was playing with you or Low.
So for me, I started playing Modern Warfare.
Was that the one where it was just one map? One zombie map?
Yeah. They had zombies. But
it was one zombie. It was one map, though.
Little zombie map.
Small,
yeah, so I didn't fuck with that. I bought it, but didn't fuck with that game at all. So for them to put World at War up there, honestly, I don't know how. I think
this is just random people just ranking it.
And the fact that random people's ranking that is crazy, though.
I think that was the first one that started.
That's probably
that's why I put number 3 over Black Ops number 2 because I think number 3 was better.
That's probably just a nostalgic rating.
Yeah, I think so. But
That's the only way that could get to 5.
I think any which way it's gonna have to be nostalgia rating.
Yeah,
how you feel, personal opinions.
But you could do. I don't want to say bias, but you could critique it better on the actual gameplay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So World at War, it says it's ranked the best FPS game set in World War II.
Well, that's why, because it's the settings of World War II. That's why, because they're playing it the settings wise. So when you go that route, okay, yeah, but as in all around, no, I would say that's got to be probably one of the last with Vanguard.
I was gonna say Vanguard has to be up there then if they're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they're doing that, Vanguard has to be up there too. Because I would say Vanguard was better than World of War.
Vanguard is not on the list.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Because World of War was ass. I thought it was ass.
I used to go crazy on the Wii on that one.
I stopped playing it. I stopped playing Call of Duty at that point because World of War came out, and until they came out with the new one, which was Modern Warfare 2. When they came out with Modern Warfare 2, that shit was back on like Donkey Kong.
So what was the first Call of Duty?
Call of Duty 1?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. No, the first Call of Duty was before the online play.
It was on PS2.
Yeah, it was before
What was it
online.
called,
Call
though?
of Duty. Call of
It was
Duty.
called
Call of Duty.
And then what was after that?
The first one with online play was World at War.
Okay. And then after World at War?
No.
Which one?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare was the first one with online play because I played it.
No, you are wrong, sir.
So what came out first?
World at War.
World at War came out before Modern Warfare?
World at War set the tone for everything.
No.
He gonna be.
No.
You probably having
because I remember I was playing that one, and then the Modern or the World at War came out. Let's see.
World at War was 2007. I mean, not World
What's the word I'm looking for when you
Modern Warfare was 2004, and
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah, I'm
World at
right
War
on
was
this.
2008.
Yeah, so I'm right.
Okay,
I'm right.
But okay, so World at War was the first zombies.
That's the first zombie. So the first online play was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then they came out with the World at War, and that's when I stopped playing it because that shit was just ass. The gameplay was just not it.
It just went downhill.
It went from modern to old school. We already played old school throughout the first period of Call of Duty. It was Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, and then it came Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, which was Modern Warfare. And
Wait, I thought you just said Modern Warfare was the first online.
It was the first online. But the other games were playing before online came out. Call of Duty was around.
Call of Duty 1 and 2.
Call of Duty
those
1.
came out on PlayStation.
Those were out on PlayStation before online was even in existence.
And that's what it was called. Call of Duty 1.
Call of Duty. It was Call of Duty. Call of Duty 1. Call of Duty 2. Call of Duty 3.
Never played none of those.
Yeah, you were young.
I remember playing.
And then
Mondo ain't let me play the game like that.
and then after that, then came out Call of Duty 4, which was the Modern Warfare. So before that, it was all old school gameplay. It was all the old rifles, single shot, some ARs, and some old school shit. As soon as Call of Duty 4 came out, Modern Warfare, they came out with online. That shit was over with, bro. Revolutionized gameplay, bro. First person shooters for online gaming, dude. I was hooked, bro. I was so hooked to where I was incarcerated. I'm locked up having dreams and I'm sniping on the pipeline. Just, you know what I'm saying? In the back of the train, just taking people's heads off.
Boy, I remember at grandma's, I tried to play. You like, hell no, I ain't playing.
Yeah, bro. That's just how it was, bro. I was just, man, I don't know why. Well, I didn't let you play because you would have messed up my kill death ratio.
Man.
It was my KD. My KD was at 2.0 at the time.
That was
a beast.
That
was a beast. If I was like know anything about streaming at the time, I would have been killing shit. I would have fucking shit up.
The KD was everything to people.
Yeah, I was 2.0. I did everything I could to get a 2.0
no,
KD.
I remember. I'm saying like even Angelo and his brothers, like they used to be so strict on like their KD. Like if they were that day, if they lost too many games, I'm getting off for.
Well, because that's what makes you good at the game. Your kill death ratio, your win loss ratio, that what makes you good. You know?
Yeah, but
because if you suck at the game, it's gonna be low.
If that aspect, then you're like the joy for the game's kind of all gone.
Well, so the reason so that's where I get my joy from is from being good at the game and from wanting to be better. You know, so that's the reason why I don't cheat. It's because I'm good enough to play against the cheaters, even though they whoop my ass all the time. But I'm still good enough to play against them.
All right, so would you rather win the games or get just hella kills?
I'd rather win the game.
So KD essentially don't matter.
Right.
I don't want to die. The object of the game is to win but not die. So I have teammates that like to get killed. So they run around all the time getting kills, but they die a lot. So I tend to only die like 2-3 times and get 3-4 kills, a few kills, but I don't die a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I want to live at the same time with win the game. So I'm okay with running around with the team at first, but I like to hold down an area, bait people to come in and keep them coming in. I've always found it whenever I did that to where I still get a lot of kills, 10, 12 kills every game or every other game or every so often, to where I still enjoy it, you know, and we're still winning on a higher rate. But now when you only want to run around and get kills and you're not focused on winning the game, that's all you're going to get. You're not going to win a lot. I have that problem right now with my squad. They like to run around and get kills, but we have a problem with winning because they can't buckle it up at the end. They'll start straying off when we need to stick together to win the game.
Yeah.
That's just how I see it.
All right.
What else on that list?
Number 6.
Man, dude, guys, there's just too many of them, bro. Call of Duty, I would say
this
Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3. And then after that, you're gonna have to get into the one where they're jumping off the walls.
The Infinite shit.
They're the other
That's where they
those
lost
ones.
me.
That's where they lost me at. No.
You might not have liked this one. But
Was-
it's based on World War II.
No, I don't like it then. I didn't play it.
What
was it? Vanguard?
World War II.
World War II? I didn't play it. I didn't play that one.
That one was decent. I like
No,
that
I
one.
didn't play it.
Number 8 is Cold War. I don't think I played that one.
Was that Black Ops?
Yeah, Black Ops Cold War. Came out 2020.
I bought it, but I didn't play it. I bought it, and that's when I was playing online. I played it right. It sucked. I played it right away, and that shit was trash. And then I went back to Call of Duty 4, the remastered, because the remastered came around, I think 2019 or something like that. And so I went back to remastered, played that forever, and then finally Yayo hit me up and said, "Man, you gotta stop playing that old ass game. Jump on Warzone with us." As soon as I got introduced to Warzone, I never went back. I play Warzone all the time now.
So number 9 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the 2019.
You can't do Warzone.
Man, I can't. I guess it was okay, but I can't even. How did I can't even put it there? No,
That was a good one. I like that.
it was the remastered version, right?
No, that was just a regular Modern Warfare, not the remaster, but just the 2019 version.
I bought that one too. I didn't like it.
That was when they started Warzone. Before
that's what I'm talking about. I bought that one too. I didn't like it. That's when I got Blackout with that one too. That's when Blackout started.
No, Blackout was Black Ops 4.
That was the one before that one. Then
yeah.
I'm so lost in the sauce right now.
There's so many.
There's so many games. That's why when you said 10, I was like, damn. There's been that many games.
So lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I would only be able to name top 5 for me. That's it.
And you'll be surprised at 10. It is Black Ops 3.
What?
I didn't like Black Ops 3.
Why not?
I like what I can do it on PC.
Was that the one when it started jump packing?
They didn't even put Black Ops Ghost on there, right?
Nope.
I don't even know about that.
A lot of people
one.
didn't like that one.
Honestly,
it was starting to get futuristic.
I think Ghost was better than Black Ops 3 than the jumping around on the walls.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Ghost should have been on there, and it wasn't even on there.
But with Black Ops 3 on the PC, you can get like custom maps. So like, it's millions of maps that I can download and play, and like they're crazy.
No shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I could pull up gameplay, but
yeah, that's wild.
That shit is fire.
Well, it looks like we're about time right now, guys. You want to do one more video or one more thing?
I'll do an NBA one.
Let's do it.
Let's see.
Yeah, I couldn't even name 10 Call of Duty games.
Man, I could barely name 5.
I get 5.
It's probably about 15
I can name them, but in order on like ranking them the best, like it's just gonna be my opinion. So I'll do my favorite one is gonna be Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
Number 1. That's gonna be my favorite one. Then after that, it's gonna be Modern Warfare Remastered or Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4. That's gonna be that one. And then Black Ops, then Black Ops 2. Then I'm going to put Ghost in there, Call of Duty Ghost. And then I'm going to put Black Ops 3, which was the start of the jumping around, which was I was able to hand it. But after that, everything after that with the jumping around was just too much for me.
Infinite Warfare was garbage.
How was hot trash? That was the one. It was all jetpacks and flying around. I didn't like that shit. I didn't
running
like
on walls.
So that was when I really stopped liking the game right there. I was able to deal with Black Ops 3, but after that, I couldn't really deal with it. And then now, I would say the last Call of Duty that I liked is gonna be the remastered Modern Warfare. The Modern Warfare 2, remastered Modern Warfare 2. I think that's when they remastered, right? Yeah. They remastered Modern Warfare and then remastered Modern Warfare 2.
So with the Modern Warfare, it's weird because they got Call of Duty 4, which is Modern Warfare, and then they got the remastered Call of Duty 4, and then they got the updated 2019 just plain Modern Warfare.
So they're the plain Modern Warfare is whatever. I didn't like that one, but the remastered Modern Warfare, they have a few things that are different than the regular Modern Warfare. Like they added a wall that you can go through or another little area. They added just a few things. That's why they named it remastered, because they just tricked it out a little bit. They added some guns in there that you didn't have before. They added, I think, like a perk or something. They just changed it up a little bit. That's why they said remastered.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say those 5 or 6 would be my top of all time of the Call of Duty.
All right, so you want to do NBA players who scored 50 points in the NBA Finals? You think you can do that? Yeah.
No, I probably can't.
I'll try it. I'll give it a shot.
Let me see.
In the NBA Finals?
NBA Finals, all time.
All right, so we're going to go with Wilt Chamberlain.
Where do you think he's ranked?
I would say probably number 1. Because he scores a lot.
Actually, there's only 7 on this list.
Where's Wilt Chamberlain
It's
at?
gotta be.
Not on the
It's
list.
a real
He's not on
small
the list?
list. That's why I can't name that.
It's
a real small
in the
list.
finals, 50 points in the finals. Michael Jordan on that list?
Yes.
Okay.
He is. Where the fuck is he's number 2 with 55.
Okay.
Did Brown make that list?
Yes, sir.
I know him and Kyrie had that high game that year against.
So LeBron,
Kyrie
Michael
not on there
Jordan
though, right?
LeBron is 5 with 51.
in the
Yeah, it was that one
finals.
game. Does it say the game?
Honestly,
Game 1 of the finals.
Does it say the game though?
Game 1.
No,
I
like the
couldn't
the
tell
year.
you. I would just be guessing.
2018.
I would just be guessing.
That was that. Yeah, that was that. Golden State. Yeah. Yeah, that's when Brown had 51. Yo.
Who else would score 50 points in the finals? Kobe Bryant? Got Kobe on there?
Nope.
No Kobe.
4 players are old players, and then there's 1
Old on what? Old on what? Like how old? Like Jordan old or LeBron? Like
before that.
before? Okay, cool.
Bill Russell.
Nope.
Larry Bird?
Nope. So go back to like
60s?
60s to 80s.
See, I knew it was gonna
that's
be
gonna be
something
hard.
like that.
Yeah.
I knew. That's why I couldn't name it.
Okay, Julius Erving?
Nope.
Moses Malone.
No.
Honestly, bro, I'm stumped. I don't know.
There's
Oscar Robertson.
one black player, and the rest white dudes.
Okay, that helps out a lot right there. So we're gonna go.
Don't help out too
Bus, Gary Bus, Genie Bus. What's his name? The dude,
Jerry West.
Jerry West.
Oh.
Jerry West.
Jerry West.
Jerry
is number
West. Yeah,
4
see,
with
you
53.
knew where I was going with that. You knew where I was going. Jerry West. Another white guy.
This one played for the Warriors.
Klay Thompson.
Chris Mullin.
No, you said old guy.
Old guy. It's 67.
I don't know.
Rick Barry with 55.
Wow,
I
Rick
swear on
Barry.
everything I was about to say Rick Barry. I was gonna say Pete Maverick, then Rick Barry. I swear I was about to.
Rick Barry. I forgot all about Rick Barry.
I was
man.
about to say Pete Maverick or Rick Barry.
We missing number 6. He's a current player. I don't want to say the year, but he's one of the top stars.
What the fuck?
Current.
He had 50 in the finals?
Yep. Game 6 of the finals.
Why can't I think of that right now? What year? You gotta give us a year.
2021.
Giannis?
I was about to say that.
I didn't want to get the year because I knew
I was thinking about Giannis.
I had
but,
to. I couldn't think of it.
What I was trying to
There's
say
so
is
many game
I didn't
films to
remember
watch.
his first name. I was trying to remember how to pronounce his last name, Akoto Tumpo or
Yeah,
something.
it's hard.
I was trying to say that, but I couldn't think of it in my head how to pronounce it, and I couldn't remember what his first name was. But yeah, I was.
What
like,
game was that?
Game 6.
That's at game 6.
Game 6.
Game 6.
Oh, that was the game they won.
He had 50.
That was like the final game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a list that I wouldn't even have. I wouldn't even have thought
That's
about.
why I
that.
wasn't
That list is so
confident in
hard.
that list, man.
Number 7 was Bob Petit,
See, like I don't even know who that is.
Bob Petit.
1958.
Exactly. Like I said, I don't even know who that is.
That's he's a big man to say, right? I think he's a big man. I might be wrong.
Crazy.
I'm thinking of Bob McAdoo.
Power forward.
I think Bob McAdoo is a big dude also. Though.
Number 1, the last player. Who does this man play for?
Who's number 1? You're saying that right now?
I'm gonna just see if y'all can get it.
What team he played for? And what year?
He played for the Lakers in 62.
Mm-hmm.
Scored 61 points in Game 5.
Kareem? No, you said no. It's all white guys. You said.
This is the last. This is the last one. He's a black dude.
And it's not Kareem.
Nope.
And it's
and
not
he played for the Lakers.
Small forward.
61 and 62. Elgin Baylor?
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking, I'm like, man, who was the guy?
Yeah.
Elgin Baylor. That's a good call right there. That was a good one.
That was a tough list.
That'd be the only guy it could be.
Yeah.
Is Elgin Baylor.
I'm trying to think of all the
62?
scores. Yeah. Trying to think of all the scores. Yeah, that's a crazy list.
Honestly, that is crazy. All those guys are Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
But yeah, I gotta go in here and like pick like actual good ones that I feel like we can.
That we would know a
get
little
more
bit
in
more
depth
about.
with.
Yeah. Like this one says the best current NBA ball handlers. I feel like that one would be easy. Kinda.
Yeah, you got Kyrie up there, you know.
That's number 1.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck this dude's number 2, but I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look through
There's
it.
a dude from dude from Memphis. He seems like a good ball handler.
Ja's pretty
Ja.
good.
He's not. He's number 9.
So okay, so I know he was up there.
There's a lot of people. A lot of
Steph
people
Curry's number 2 though.
Steph Curry. I mean, he's Steph Curry's a good ball handler.
He's a good ball handler, but I don't think me personally put him that high.
I think they put him that high because how long he's been doing it consistently. You got to put him up there somewhere because he's how consistent he is.
Trae Young's 3.
Yeah, I would say he's a good one too. Trae Young.
Jamal Crawford at least on there. Jamal Crawford not on.
What about
top 10?
What about Luka? He on there?
Luka is 8.
Yeah, I know he had to be up there.
LaMelo Ball 7.
Ooh, they gave LaMelo some props on that one. I like that. Okay.
Chris Paul 6.
Oh, see, they're giving him all time too because he's, it's Chris Paul. He's got a lot of accolades.
They're just
there.
throwing it out
5.
there.
Who's
I
5?
don't know.
Dame
Lillard.
Yep.
This is active players,
That
right?
that list could probably be switched though, because like where's Darius Garland?
James Harden 4.
Yeah, where's Harden?
I think this is just somebody's list on how they're putting it.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell is 10.
I wouldn't have put Donovan on that list.
This is Darius Garland's 14.
Right, and I would have probably went back a couple years to grab somebody else rather than Donovan. You could throw Jason Williams on that list.
Yeah, if you really want to go back.
But
yeah.
no, this says best current.
Oh,
it's
yeah, current.
Oh, okay.
I guess, yeah.
I still wouldn't have threw Donovan for current.
No?
No.
I ain't putting Kyrie at 2 either. I mean, not Kyrie, Curry.
Why not? Why not Curry at 2?
It's people that can handle the ball way better than him.
Who's the point guard on his team?
Him.
Okay. How many championships he got?
You bringing other stuff. We talking ball handling.
No, I mean that has everything to do with it. He's a point guard and he can dish out the ball.
I don't want to get into
How many all-time assists does he have?
I don't want to. Well, why is he passing it when he's the only scorer? That's like looking at Kobe's assists.
Well, because he's a point guard. Point guard's got to pass the ball.
Yeah, but he's a scoring point guard.
This is why
he's a scoring point guard.
Okay, I understand. But this is why Magic Johnson was able to do so great because he didn't have to score to win.
He was a different type of player.
Magic Johnson didn't have to score, but he could score. He didn't have to score to win. His team was that good around him. He just had to.
Right, and Curry is the opposite. The team revolves around Curry scoring.
Okay, so but at the same time,
so his assists are not going to go up there. He's a scoring guard.
Okay, but how many? I'm just asking for the record. How many assists does he have?
I don't know. Yep.
He's like, nope, he's not on the list.
6,300.
And who's number one? Who's number one again on that list? Kyrie?
On the handler
John
list?
Stockton.
On the
Oh,
ball
you
hand-
saying the ball handler?
Yeah.
Kyrie.
Kyrie's number one on that list, right?
Yeah.
And how many assists does Kyrie have? He's point guard too, right? Or is
Yeah.
he shooting guard?
He's
played both
He
positions.
plays both. They put him as both.
But he's mainly at the point though, controlling the team for the most part.
Yeah. Until
The
this
Luka,
year when he
until
got
the
Luka.
Wow,
Yeah.
So how many assists does he have? Because I would assume he's a shooting point guard too as well.
Yeah, Kyrie's a scoring guard.
4,337.
So now who's better now?
So you're talking assists though. This is strictly ball handling.
That's what I'm saying. So ball handling is going to come down to assist as well, because you got to be a good ball handler to be able to dish the ball off and hit the assist as well too. So I can see why they put Kyrie number one, because he's a better ball handler than the other dude, than Curry. But at the same time, you got to be a good ball handler to be able to dish off 6,000 assists.
I'm saying though, like Jamal Crawford, he's not in the NBA no more, but one of the best ball handlers ever, and he's a 6-man, and he should be well above Curry.
Okay, so the reason why is because he's just not as good as Curry, bro. That's why.
You're bringing assists into this though.
I'm bringing skill. You cannot compare Crawford to Curry at all.
When it comes to ball handling,
at all. I'm talking about overall skill wise.
You might be talking overall skill, but this is strictly ball handle.
All right.
Okay, so
like, comment, subscribe.
So strictly ball handling. I get it. Strictly
We
ball
gonna
handling.
have to cut the tape.
But where does ball handling end? Is it just simply dribbling? Is that it? Is that just or does ball handling include with passing at the same time? That does include ball handling, being able to pass the ball along with dribbling. Am I not right there? Somebody in the comments tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, please. Then I'll be okay with admitting it.
I mean, there might be people in the comments that put it that way.
But that's what I'm saying. In your guys' eyes, so the only way to be a ball handler is just literally just dribbling and be able to shake people.
Yeah, you have to be able to dribble it. I think passing is its own lane.
I think that's part of ball handling, though. So you got to be able to be a good dribbler to be able to pass the ball.
You got it's
Like-
all
like-
under
Check this
play.
out.
It's all under playmaking. Oh, look, I'm basically
The best
I'm
ball
basically
handler
describing it like
I'm
the
gonna
2K
say probably
stats.
that I've watched play the game was Steve Nash.
Steve
Nash
was the best ball.
I
handler.
would say he was probably the best ball handler that I watched, that I personally watched play
Yeah.
the game. I'm not saying he's the best one, but he's the best one that I watched play the game because the things that he did while he was dribbling the ball. He was passing the ball under his legs, doing this, behind his back, behind his neck. He was just doing the amazing shit that I've never seen before.
Jason Williams way better than him.
Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, Jason Williams and Magic is way up there.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, but way better. How many chips did Jason
So
Williams win?
now you're throwing another thing in there. Now
At
you
least
keep,
Steve Nash got
you
one, right?
just throwing more in the fire.
Yeah.
Throwing
That's what I'm
more
saying.
in
So
the fire.
that's what's gonna make him a little bit better.
You can't
just
keep adding
throwing
extra.
more. Where the bombs at? Where the
Take-
bombs at?
Take out the championships
Where the
and
bombs
just
at?
put in the strictly ball handling. Yeah, I do give it that Jason Williams and Magic Johnson, they were both great ball handling, but I didn't really get to watch Jason Williams in his prime do all that. I got to see like some of it, but not all of it. What I simply said is, to me, the best ball handler in my eyes was Steve Nash. That's what I'm saying. Like, in my eyes, just because of what I watched him do. Now, when it comes down to Curry and dude, I'm gonna say that this dude, what's his name? Kyrie.
So if
I'm gonna say Kyrie is gonna be a better ball handler, but at the same time, I can argue with dude being number two.
So because
I can argue that.
So because Joker's a good passer, does that make him up there with ball handling?
No, because he's not a good dribbler.
But you're basically comparing
It's entwined. It's entwined. So being a good dribbler is going to be part of ball handling. So, bro, I'm dribbling.
Yeah, Joker could dribble a little bit, and he's a really good passer.
At the same time, is Joker going to be like this? Oh, hit it underneath the legs through his back. Is he going to do a pass
I mean,
like
so
that?
there's some crazy passes.
He might do that.
Alfred Sengun does
But-
some crazy
but the chances
passes.
are that they're
so
not.
that just makes them automatically good ball handlers because they could pass well. That's what you're basically saying.
No, I'm not. So I'm saying that along with their dribbling skills, they can also dish the ball off very well too. So it's like in
So
Swine.
you're just basically
that's
saying
part of ball handling.
And then you're basically
Because if you're not
saying
a
because they have more assists, that makes them better ball handling.
No, because I'm saying that Kyrie Irving is better than Steph Curry, but I'm arguing that Steph Curry should be at number 2 after him because he has
because
a lot
his
of
assists is up there is what you're
yes,
saying.
because he can also handle the ball. At
No,
the
but
same
you're
time.
bringing assists into it.
Okay, but you got to understand, he can also handle the ball, but at the same time, assist the ball too. So we got to agree or disagree on this point. Does ball handling entwine with throwing assist? Because you could be dribbling the ball and then still assist the ball to somebody while you're dribbling. I watch Stephen Curry do it all the time. I watch Kyrie Irving do it all the time. Stephen Curry and Kyrie, I watch them do it all the time. They're dribbling and then pass the ball while they're dribbling.
I hear you.
That to me, that's a dribbling assist. Okay, so that's a ball handling assist. You need handles to be able to do that.
I'll give you 50%.
Steve Nash, Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, all the greatest point guards can dribble the ball and pass the ball at the same time.
I give you 50%.
That's why I'm saying.
But I don't think it's fully in it.
No, it's not. But it's part of the reason why Steph Curry's number 2 behind the best ball handler in the league right now, which is Kyrie Irving. Because also Steph Curry can handle the ball very good, but his passing skills are obviously better than Irving's. Or what's his name? Yeah, Irving's.
No, all right. Now I'm not agreeing with that part. I'm not giving you percentage on that part now.
What do you mean? What part are you not agreeing with?
With saying that Curry's a better passer.
I mean, the assists show it
because he has more assists.
The assists show it. They got the same. They got the same time in the
Klay
league.
Thompson sitting at the 3 every time. One of the greatest shooters.
That means that he was able to vision it. He can see it. Don't discount the man for being great.
I'm not discounting it, but I am discounting the fact that since he technically has more assists, he's not a better facilitator.
No, I'm not saying that he's a better ball handler. I'm not saying that. It's obvious that dude's a better ball handler. He's got the assist along with the moves to.
But you're saying he's a better passer. That's what you just said.
I mean, the assist
because he has more assists. You said he's a better passer, and I'm not saying
the reason why
I'm not
that
agreeing
because
with that.
he sees the court better than Irving sees the court, and Kyrie sees the court. I guarantee you, he sees the court better because he's able to see the open people better than that's.
Oh no.
If you look up,
hit the bombs, we're cutting.
If you look up how many years has Irving been in the league, and how many years has
I thought we looked
Curry?
it up. They're the same.
They're
right?
the same, or 1 year apart, maybe.
Yeah, I thought we looked it up.
So considering that they had the same amount of time, it just so happened to be it. Curry stayed on the same team with great players, and this guy couldn't get his panties in a bunch and kept on jumping around because he wanted too much fucking money. All right, so it's just what it is. These are what makes a great player. I'm not saying that Irving is not the best ball handler in the league right now because he is. I'm just saying that Steph Curry has the argument for number 2. If you're going to argue Irving as number 1, there's an argument for Curry at number 2 because of he can pass the ball too as well. He's got 6,000 at the same time as
y'all let us know in the comments, man, what y'all think, man.
Let us know.
Let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We back. We situated. So y'all gonna be seeing us some more, man.
A lot more. I'm about to school these guys on some politics too. I want them to get into some politics. You know, they got.
It's all coming soon. Yeah. With due time.
Drop me a follow on Twitter, Mike Vick 1989.
Yes, sir. Dump the Pimp on TikTok. Check it out.
Instagram, anything for Key. We out.